And a pleasant good evening. Welcome inside Roy E. Lee Field here on campus at SIUE. We've got some non-conference midweek baseball action for you. It is the SEC's Missouri Tigers against the Ohio Valley Conference's SIUE Cougars. Joe Pye, JJ Sweat with you tonight. Glad you're along with us. It's been a lot of baseball here in Edwardsville over the last few days. This will be the fourth consecutive day with baseball after SIUE shifted its series from Friday, Saturday, Sunday to Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And it's pretty nice here this evening as we take a look at our weather track. It is brought to you by Serve Pro, the official restoration services partner of the OVC. Low 50s, not very much wind, JJ. That's been a huge factor over the weekend.
Yeah, it was blowing left to right most of the weekend, kind of keeping balls in play towards right field, which is hard to get out for a lot of right-handed hitters. Today, it's about as stock as you could get. Sunny, feels good. It's going to slowly cool down as the night progresses.
Neither of these teams probably where they would like to be. Mizzou at 11-20 overall. SIUE at 13-17 overall as they get together. This is the second time in as many years that they've played one another. They've played several times, actually, since the Cougars moved to Division I. And in that time, 10 games played between the two. SIUE has won 2. Missouri has won 8. The Cougars did get the Tigers last year in Columbia, winning 5-4 in that game at Missouri. Nice night for some college baseball here in Edwardsville. We'll have the anthem coming up, the starting lineups, the starting pitchers, all of those good things to come for you here as we get you ready for this Tuesday night game. And then, of course, both these teams will be back in action for weekend conference series coming up. We'll tell you all about those as we go along here tonight as well. We're glad you're along with us. The Cougars and the Tigers getting together. We're going to take a break here in Edwardsville. When we come back, we'll have those starting pitchers, starting lineups, and the first pitch of tonight's game coming up on ESPN.
Jersey Mike's meets Mike's Extra Hot Honey on the new Mike's Hot Honey Chicken Cheesesteak. Jersey Mike's Freshly Grilled Cheesesteak, Mike's Honey. Jersey Mike's Pepperoni and Melted Cheese, Mike's Honey. Mike's. Dale, the new Mike's Hot Honey Chicken Cheesesteak for a limited time only at Jersey Mike's.
Your guide to taking the perfect shot. First, you need to dress for success and make sure you bring the right equipment. Then grip it and rip it. Ignite the fairways.
With Fireball.
Jiminy Cricket, you don't even have a club in your hand.
Somos fuertes, somos capaces.
Mantén forma, mantén la técnica. Listo. Comienza.
Inhala profundo.
Quiero 10 o más. Vamos.
Vamos, pelotón, todo se supera. Respira. Bien hecho. Adelante, baby.
What do you got there, Larry? Time machine? You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something?
Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm going to go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket.
Can I come?
Only room for one.
How am I getting home?
Sitting on my lap like last time, Ronald.
Fine, but I'm bringing this.
All right.
Or you could try one of these savings options.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See? Told you it was going to all work out. Thanks, future me.
Transforming your land with a John Deere Compact tractor is as easy as connect, latch, spread, roll, click, mow, and hook, lock, grade. Because when you've got quick connect solutions for every implement, there's only one thing you have to do to get the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Visit an authorized John Deere dealer to learn more.
We're back here in Edwardsville as the Cougars take the field in their home white uniforms. Here's tonight's starting pitcher for the SIUE Cougars. Our starting pitcher is presented by Jostens. Jostens is the official recognition company of the OVC. Gabriel Nutter will make the start. It's his second consecutive midweek start for the Cougars. Overall, it's his fifth appearance, second start period. He's 0-1 with a 3 ERA, just 9 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And opponents are hitting .286 against the 5'11 senior from Kansas City. Last week, a week ago on Tuesday, he made the start against Indiana State, 2 1/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 earned runs. He walked 2, he struck out 3. And JJ, as we've said before, a lot of times this can be an audition for a guy like Gabriel Nutter.
Yeah, and for sure. Before that Indiana State game, he had 6 2/3 innings scoreless before that, his other outings of the year. in that 60 pitch range, a couple of outings, so he'll probably be able to give you some length still here in this midweek game.
Let's take a look at the defense behind Gabriel Nutter. The defense is brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. If you've put away some drinks, put away your keys. Remember, fans don't let fans drive drunk. A couple of differences for Sean Lyons and the Cougars. It'll be Sam Chapman making the start in left. Michael Seamer then will make the start in right field. Ethan Willoughby back in the lineup. He's at third base. The infield otherwise is basically the same. Bloomer, then Mitchell at second, Nedved at first. Sean King is in there. He'll do the catching for the Cougars here tonight. Here's the starting lineup for the Missouri Tigers. Keegan Knutson leads things off. You can see him walking in there. Tyler Macon, Caden Nicoletto, Pierre Seals, Garrig Goldbeck, Brock Daniels, who's a St. Louis, and Chris Patterson, Jedier Hernandez, and Peyton Bosler. That's the starting lineup. It's brought to you by Rawlings, the official baseball of the Ohio Valley Conference. Keegan Knutson first to hit. He stands in. Nutter ready. He deals in the first pitch. Misses inside. It comes at 6:06 here tonight. 51 at game time. Not much of a wind, as we mentioned in the open. That's somewhat unusual here at Simmons Complex. First two have missed from Nutter. Our home plate umpire tonight is Benjamin Williams. Rex Engstrand is at first. Justin Robinson is down at third. 2-0 pitch is in for a high strike. I mean, there's really almost no wind.
That flag is not moving
It's
a
eerie
bit right now, yeah.
2-1 delivery is just tipped, perhaps, by Knutson. 294 average, 2 homers, 11 driven in. Right-handed hitting junior from Janesville, Wisconsin. 2-2. Swung on, fouled out of play. Janesville's not too far from Rockford, Illinois, right? Right in that area.
I couldn't tell you.
Nobody knows. I looked around and nobody gave me the
Joe,
affirmative
you're
on
my
that. Maybe I was
geography guy.
wrong.
I'm not your geography
Maybe
guy.
I was wrong there. 2-2. Swinging a foul. Fastball just out of the zone.
I believe Nutter's thrown all cutters so far this AB. All of them sitting around 85 with some break on them, horizontal break.
Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander takes his time, almost used all that pitch clock, and he gets him. A swing and a miss on a fastball upstairs. First strikeout, out number 1. That'll bring in Tyler Macon. They were going back and forth at that number 2 spot up until a little bit before game time, so just kind of watching some of their guys for typical stuff, right? You get banged up when you get to this point in the season in the midweek games. Good opportunity to get guys in. This is Tyler Macon. He's a St. Louisan out of Kirkwood, and he spins away from an inside delivery. Macon is making his 21st appearance, his 12th start this year. Right-handed hitter, 306 at the start of play. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a fly ball into right field. Giving chase on it is Seamer. Dives, and it's down. It's a fair ball. It's into the corner. Macon hits second, digs for third, and he'll slide in with a triple. It's a 1-out triple for the St. Louisan, and he's on after dropping one down the right field line.
Cougars outfield shifted to the left. Seamer was in that right center gap. It was a long run and dropped in fair by a couple of feet.
Also, by the way, this is the bad Sunfield time, right? Everything on that right side, first base, second base, right field, to some extent even center. You're looking into a setting sun. I don't know if that played a part. I'm just saying that's the truth of it right now. First pitch, a breaking pitch right at the top of the zone for Nicoletto. Left-handed hitter out of Australia. Macon leads at third. Nutter works from the extreme first base side of the rubber. The 0-1 pitch in low. Count evens. Nutter bends in again. Here's the kick in the 1-1 pitch, and it's fouled out of play, twisting out over the Cougar bullpen. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Nice off-speed pitch from Nutter right there, starting it on the outside part of the plate, working it all the way back into the hands.
Nicoletto stands right on that inside part of the box, too. 1-2, and he missed with that one. That one floated on him, and Macon was retreating to third. Kang looked that way, didn't make a throw.
The Cougars do have Nicoletto shifted. Plumer behind the bag at second. Willoughby a little bit over 2. He's almost on the green of the turf, too, of the infield.
2-2. Just missed. Off the plate, count goes full on the number 3 man in the Tigers order. Missouri coming off a series loss at Arkansas, number 1 Arkansas. They were swept in that series. SIUE lost the series to Southeast Missouri State. Full count. And a swing and a pop-up. That's going to drift foul out of play, left side.
Would have been ball 4 up at the letters of Nicoletto, but a little bit enticing on a 3-2 count.
Tigers have done just fine in non-conference play this year. They have not had any luck in SEC play, but the schedule makers have done them no favors. They have played the top of the top. We were looking at it beforehand, and their 4 weekend series have come now against the top 6 teams nationally.
In the nation.
Not just in the league,
Number
nationally.
1, Arkansas. Number 2, Texas. Number 3, LSU. And number 6, Ole Miss. We'll pull up the standings later in the broadcast. The SEC is brutal.
3-2 on Nicoletto, and he swings and pops this one up left side. Willoughby calling for it near the bag, and he's got it for out number 2. That freezes Macon at third base. And now J.J. Nutter's got a chance to get out of this inning despite the 1-out triple.
That's exactly what you have to do with 1 out. You try to pepper around the zone. Tough hitter in Nicoletto. Put that one up top and deuce the pop out.
As a team, Mizzou hits .284. That's 12th in the SEC. This is Pierre Seals, senior out of Memphis. Nutter's first, breaking pitch away for ball 1. '24th game, 22nd start for Seals. .1-0 pitch, fastball up and in. Four hits over the weekend in the Arkansas series. .2-0 pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit into left. Chapman going back, still back, and this one is gone. Seals hits his 3rd of the year to put the Tigers on top 2-0 here in the first inning. Well, that's what it looks like when you're not hitting into a crosswind out there, as both teams were over the weekend. And Seals hits his 3rd home run of the year, and they cash in now on that 1-out triple.
Nutter had been throwing a lot at the top of the zone, a 2-0 count right there. That is middle up. That's the pitch you're looking for on 2-0. Seals did not miss it.
Here's another high drive. This one hit in the air into right field. Seamer's got it measured. And he makes the catch for the final out here in the first. But the Tigers get on the board, a 2-run home run from Pierre Seals. And as we go bottom of the first inning, it's the Tigers 2, the Cougars coming up.
This is a hot flash. This is a hot flash. But this is a not flash. Veoza, the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms due to menopause. With hormone-free Veoza, you can have fewer hot flashes and more not flashes. Veoza reduces the number and severity of hot flashes day and night. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about hormone-free Veoza. You could save on Veoza. Visit saveonveoza.com to learn more.
That would be the left-hander, Will Libbert. He makes the start tonight for the Missouri Tigers. The starting pitcher, presented by Jostens, the official recognition company of the Ohio Valley Conference. Libbert makes his 8th appearance, his 7th start of the season, 2-2 with a 7.71 ERA. 25 innings, 24 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting .283 against the 6'1", 205-pound redshirt freshman out of St. Thomas, Missouri. That is just outside of Jeff City, Missouri. He also made a start a week ago against Arkansas Pine Bluff, 3 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs. He walked 3, struck out 7.
Another guy that's going to give you length. He's gone over 3 innings in all of his last 5 appearances.
So we take a look at the defense behind him for the Tigers. Brock Daniels, Pierre Seals, Tyler Macon left to right in the outfield. Chris Patterson, Keegan Knutson on the left, Peyton Bosler, Caden Nicoletto on the right. Jadier Hernandez doing the catching of the lefty Libbert. Mitchell swinging on the first pitch, lines one into center, and it's cut off by Seals. He played the bounce. If he hadn't, Mitchell might have been standing at second base, but he's on with a leadoff base hit as we take a look at the starting lineup for the SIUE Cougars. Starting lineups presented by Rawlings. Rawlings is the #1 baseball brand worldwide and widely recognized as the mark of a pro. Rawlings is proud to be the official baseball of the OVC. Mitchell, Bloomer, Nedved, same top 3. Seamer, Willoughby, Hepburn in as the DH. Chapman, Kang, and then Gear. A little swinging bunt. Fielded by Libbert. The throw to first. Low, but dug out by Nicoletto. And Mitchell goes to second. Bloomer's retired.
Next up, first baseman, #2, Ryan.
Well, it's not an easy play no matter what hand you are as a pitcher, but a lefty is already falling off the mound that way, but then has to do a little bit of a 180 spin to get back over to first, and a nice play by Libbert.
That'll bring in Nedved with a runner at second base. SIUE is a team 10th in the OVC, hitting .257 overall. They've hit much better in league play than they have overall.
And a quick note on that Missouri defense, Seals in center. It was Caden Pierre out of the lineup today for Missouri, their typical center fielder. And so Seals moves to center. Macon gets the start in right.
Swinging a fly ball into left center off the bat of Nedved. Seals drifting over, and he can't handle it. He drops it, and the run's going to score. Mitchell coming around third. Nedved stops at second, and SIUE is on the board. Seals just couldn't handle it once he got there. It'll be an error on the center fielder. Brings in the first run of the game for SIUE. Michael Seamer will be the hitter now. No RBI on that play. Seamer makes just his 14th appearance, his 12th start of the year. First pitch is a strike on the inside. Right-handed hitter waits for the 0-1. Here it is. And that's in there for strike 2, just at the top of the zone. Seamer's a junior out of Johnston, Iowa. So on a pinch hitting role this weekend. Right?
Yes.
He fires one down the right field side. Macon giving chase. He won't get it. It's up against the fence. Here comes Nedved around with the tying run, and it's 2-2 in the first. It's a double for Seamer.
Next up, third baseman, number 8.
Second of the year. Just his 6th RBI this year.
The Cougars really capitalizing on that error now.
Absolutely what you have to do, right? In a situation like that, when you have the opportunity, now they've got a chance to take a first inning lead with a runner at second and still just one out as Willoughby swings through the first.
Another guy in Willoughby trying to get it going a bit. Got the day off yesterday. Gage Frank in the lineup. He had a nice day for SIUE.
Took the words out of my mouth. I mean, literally, that's because you and I have talked about it a couple times. Here's a hard chopper hit to third. Patterson plays the hop, fires just wide of the bag, but Nicoletto got his foot back. Got there to put the tag down on the bag, or put his foot down on the bag before Willoughby got there.
Number 26, Kyle Hepburn.
Not the outcome Willoughby wants there, but sometimes that's what it is, right? You just need a mental reset day. Take a day where you can just watch, right? Take it all in, mentally reset.
Kyle Hepburn is the DH here this evening, and he digs in. 2 outs, runner at second, 2-2 game in the first. And right at the belt is strike one. Hepburn makes his 10th appearance, just his 4th start this year. He is 3 out of 14. 0-1, a high pitch, a high fly. Back of first base. Ranging out is Nicoletto, and it'll actually be Macon coming all the way in to make the play. Bosler went out there. He overran it just a little, and Macon was able to see it all the way in, make the catch, and end the inning.
You would think some wind was playing tricks on that, the way everybody was moving
a little
around.
bit. Cougars get even here in the first inning. They scored 2, and as we go to the second, all tied up 2-2.
In Kentucky, we're moving forward together. Our businesses are winning, and our families are thriving. Because Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, one where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. So come explore your new Kentucky home.
Ready for a local getaway that feels like a world of its own? Escape the ordinary and discover the charm of Southern Illinois. With local wineries, live concerts, farmers markets, and scenic trails to explore, there's an adventure tailored for every taste bud and passion. Our breathtaking lakes offer endless possibilities for adventure. Rent boats, jet skis, or kayaks, and explore our world. Visit Southern Illinois. Start your adventure today.
Back in Edwardsville, it's a 2-2 game now. All reset as Gabriel Nutter goes back to the mound here in the second inning, and that's a little bit of a relief, right, for Gabe Nutter because he gives up a couple of runs and immediately the offense gets it right back.
Yeah, it's a good feeling to just get – it's a reset now, right?
Yeah.
Work an 8-inning game now. You're trying to go deep in this game still because other than that long fly, he was hitting spots pretty well.
Brock Daniels will lead things off for the Tigers. He is another St. Louis product out of Vianney High School. First pitch, Daniels is hacking it. He hits it in the air into left center field. Chapman coming in. Chapman puts it away with a catch high above his head for out number 1. Chris Patterson will follow.
Next up, third baseman, number 17, Chris Patterson.
Patterson, freshman third baseman. He is a switch hitter out of Frisco, Texas. Twelfth appearance, 8th start for Patterson. He bunts and he fouls the first pitch away.
We mentioned Macon getting the start for Pierre today. He's out of the lineup with the injury. A couple other top guys from Mizzou not in that lineup either. Jackson Lovich, Mateo Cerna. Lovich 7 home runs on the year, Cerna 6.
Not to say you might not get a chance to see some of these guys later, but it's the same thing that we talk about with SIUE, especially as you look at the bottom of the lineup. You've got guys with single digits games played coming in. Top of the lineup, pretty steady. Those top 3 are going to get their swings, but them too, we might also see them switch out later.
It can
in the
make
game.
up for some fun pinch hit opportunities.
Right. No, for sure it could. 0-2 pitch is in high.
And to the point of that, Lovich, 28 games, 28 starts. Cerna, 30 games, 29 starts. Regular guys from Missouri. Caden Pierre, 30 games, 30 starts as well.
1-2 is upstairs, and that was, as you mentioned earlier, they were going back and forth during batting practice whether or not we were going to see Caden Pierre or not. But again, these kind of games give you a chance to do that, to make those switches. As a chopper's hit left side, Bloomer charges from in front of the bag, slings it to first in time. 2 outs, and it brings in Jadier Hernandez, senior catcher. Hernandez has made 16 starts this year. Pitch to him's in for a strike. Played in 2 of the 3 games in the Arkansas series over the weekend. Had a hit, had a double. In the hole here, 0-2 as Nutter tries to make it a 1-2-3 second inning. The right-hander winds, deals, and a high pop-up will get back out of play. The wind has kicked up a little bit. There's a little bit of a wind out right to left now.
And it slowly will throughout the night. Winds will get up to about 10, gusts of 15.
That was very meteorologist of you right there.
I look it up before every game,
That
Joe.
was good.
I'm heavy on the weather app. Any normal day even. I want to know what
Me
type
too.
of weather I'm walking in.
0-2 is sliced foul into the Mizzou bullpen.
So I'm your meteorologist. You're my geography guy.
All right. I'm a meteorology guy myself.
Oh,
We
okay.
can have that. You could, but you're definitely
Okay.
the math guy.
Okay.
I have nothing to do with that. The old actuary over here. the former
The
actuary.
former, yeah.
0-2 is a fastball hit through the left side. It's a base hit. Hernandez is on with a 2-out single. Middle.
Well, a couple of 0-2 pitches from Nutter were out of the zone and forced Hernandez to foul him off elsewhere. That one, like you said, middle, not where you want an 0-2.
Peyton Bosler will stand in. Another switch hitter. He'll hit left against the righty. Throw to first. Back in is Hernandez. Has not run this year. Bosler, the number 9 hitter in this Mizzou lineup. 259. And he takes a strike down in the zone. 21st start of the year for Bosler, junior out of Lansing, Kansas.
Hernandez, no stolen bases on the year, but Missouri as a whole pretty good. 51 as a team on 64 attempts.
He had a single hit over the weekend against Arkansas. Bosler did as he takes outside. Ooh, actually it didn't miss, but Benjamin Williams said it did.
Another one of those D frames almost from Kang.
D frame?
Yeah. Had to catch that one moving out of the zone.
The 1-1. Line shot, and it gets by, and it's into right field. Hernandez around second base. Headed to second base is Bosler. It's going to be runners at second and third with 2 outs here in the second inning. So Nedved was holding the runner on. And again, also looking into that. He's really looking into the sun. But it just definitely looked like that ball, he never picked it up.
No, he he really didn't, because he did a little bit of dodgeball act too, avoiding that. And it's tough. You're hopping off first base. You're trying to get your eyes locked back in on the pitch going in. Missouri having to hold Hernandez at third. You want to get aggressive with 2 outs, but wasn't much of a chance there. The third base coach was 3/4 down the line, I think, holding up the stop sign.
And the pitch is up and in to Keegan Knutson, who struck out his first time up. So back-to-back 2-out hits for the Tigers. Knutson going to try to cash in here in the 1-0 pitch. Just missed. Got Knutson swinging back in the first inning. Nutter did. He checks the runners. Now he comes with a 2-0 pitch. And a swing and a fly ball into right center field. Racing on his gear. So too is Seamer, and he drops it. 2-run score as Seamer came running in. He couldn't make the play. Hernandez and Bosler both score, and it's 4-2 Mizzou. Knutson stays put at first. That's going to be an error on the Cougar right fielder.
Certainly a tough ball to track in the middle of second base, center, and right field. If Gear had a chance, I know he wants to take that from center, but just too far of a run.
There's a line shot off the bat of Macon right to the Cougar. Is that Bloomer?
No, that was Mitchell.
That was the second baseman who made that play on the line out. That ends the inning, but the Tigers with a couple here at the with 2 outs in the inning, and as we go to the bottom of the second, it is 4-2 Missouri.
Vamos, pelotón, todo se supera.
Mantén forma, mantén la técnica. Listo, comienza.
Vamos, vamos, vamos. Somos fuertes, somos capaces. Respira. Bien hecho. Adelante, baby.
What do you got there, Larry? Time machine? You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something?
Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm going to go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket.
Can I come?
Only room for one.
How am I getting home?
Sitting on my lap like last time, Ronald.
Fine, but I'm bringing this.
All right.
Or you could try one of these savings options.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See? Told you it was going to all work out. Thanks, future me.
Transforming your land with a John Deere Compact tractor is as easy as connect, latch, spread, roll, click, mow, and hook, lock, grade. Because when you've got quick connect solutions for every implement, there's only one thing you have to do to get the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Visit an authorized John Deere dealer to learn more.
Bottom of the order here for the SIUE Cougars, now trailing again. It's 4-2 Missouri. Chapman, Kang, and Gear here in the second inning for SIUE. Chapman swings through a high fastball, 90 out of the zone. The left-handed hitting freshman out of Woodstock, Illinois. You know, Woodstock, Illinois served as Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania in the Groundhog Day movie. If you look closely on the town square, you can see Woodstock Jewelers.
That's why you're my geography guy.
That's the one I like. This one pulled to second base. Bosler scoops and got there in time, and Nicoletto kept his foot on the bag. That's what I was unsure of.
Certainly hasn't been the cleanest of midweek defensive baseball games.
So that'll bring in Kang. Sean Kang making his 10th appearance, 9th start. He is, I would term him as the number 2 catcher, but John Stalcup plays a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's been pretty much taking the whole weekend now, the past couple of weekends.
1-0 pitch is upstairs. You also have Hepburn, who is DHing tonight. And then technically you have Josh Hyder as well, who's been the regular DH, the weekend DH. But we have seen Josh Hyder get in the gear, especially during infield. But you've got you're silly with catchers on this Cougar roster. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Kang, and he's in there. It's in there for a strike right at the top of the zone.
A lot of catchers that want to rake then. Not just the defense.
For sure. 3-1. Swing and a miss. He chased upstairs. 3-2.
91 that time from Liber.
And Libert's liked the high part of the zone. Up or even out of the zone. And he's gotten him to chase. That's a high pitch, and it's popped up. Back out of play. Thought it was coming for us. Ooh, did it get us back here? Eric says he would have had it.
I believe him.
He said it was right there. Easy pop-up, can of corn. 3-2. Fastball, ground ball, up the middle, a base hit. Kang on with a base hit. He takes a big turn, but he's staying put at first.
Next up, center fielder, number 33.
Not a bad at bat for the sophomore.
Kang wasn't fooled. That was 3 straight fastballs at 91. Up above the zone, the next 2 right at the top of the zone. At some point, if you're Liber, you got to mix it up just a bit.
Yep, that's what they say too, right? Anybody's going to catch up eventually. Going to be able to time that up, and the more hitters see something, easier it's going to be to do that. Here's Gear now with 1 on, 1 out. Regular number 9 man for the Cougars takes a strike, down and in. Hitting .330. '30th game and start for Daniel Gear. 0-1, and he swings through a pitch that ends up practically behind him. Down and in.
Even a ground ball can still be productive for Gear. Probably beats a double play out, and then he's on base.
0-2. Fouled it away. Just got a piece. Libert's definitely mixed it up here to Gear.
And Gear asked home plate umpire Benjamin Williams right there, was that a little bit down? He said, yep.
Short lead for Kang at first. 1 out in the 0-2 pitch on the way. That backs him off the plate. Both teams scored twice in the first, and the Tigers added 2 unearned runs in the second. Nicoletta holds the runner on. 1-2 home to Gear is down low. That might be the worst position to be in right now, as the first baseman holding a runner on. You're just literally staring into the sun. Nicoletta's got his hat pulled down, but he's also got the shades on. Libert looks, comes with a 2-2. Gear swings and flies it foul, out of play right side.
Well, we saw it's the worst spot to be standing last half inning with an edge veg. He just couldn't pick up that ball. It was scorching towards him.
And probably to some extent, Seamer coming in on that ball at the end of the inning as well. Or what would have been the end of the inning. Two-two. Fastball, swing and a fly ball into right. Coming on is Macon near the line. Now he'll circle back. Oh, he snow-coned that baby. It's just stuck right in the webbing. Gears retired.
Yeah, a little bit of a double squeeze then to keep it in the glove.
Right. So with 2 outs, back to the top of the SIUE order and Mac Mitchell. Hit a hard line drive for a base hit to start the first for the Cougars. Eventually came in to score. First pitch to him is a strike.
Extended his on-base streak to 24.
Longest of the year by a Cougar, got to be, right?
By far.
0-1 pitch is down and in. He is the home run leader for the Cougars. He's second in the OVC in home runs.
Next closest was Nedved, had an 11-game on-base streak.
Kang with a short lead again at first, 2 away in the second. 1-1 is smoked into left center field. That's down for a hit. Kang's around second base. Mitchell's digging for second base. The throw coming in is cut off. Mitchell has a 2-hit day, and it's runners at second and third. That one, 108 off the bat. He has hit the ball hard twice.
Big time.
Number 1, Chase Bloomer.
Chase Bloomer with runners at second and third. He hit that little squibber to the left side of the infield his last time up. And he swings, misses a pitch out off the plate. A 1 pitch is cut on and missed.
A couple of times right there, I think Bloomer was expecting fastball. He didn't get it.
Tough weekend for Bloomer. He was 2 for 14 in that series against Southeast Missouri.
Just barely got a piece of that one to stay alive.
Oh, 2, that's a hopper out to short. His counterpart, Knutson, throws low, and it's not picked at first. 2 runs come in. That'll be an error on the shortstop, Knutson, a throwing error, which allows 2 runs to score.
Next up, first baseman, number 2, Ryan Nesbitt.
No RBI on that one. We had an error with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. We get an error with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Both results in 2 runs, and we're back even.
Well, the teams are following similar scripts, helping each other out. It's a 4 early runs apiece, and credit Mac Mitchell on the base paths right there. With 2 outs, you know it's either end of the inning or you sprint around from second. He has good speed, never stopped, hit the bag at third, and came all the way home.
The head coach, Carrick Jackson, out to chat. As we said, it's been a tough start for the defense, both sides. Right now it's a 4-4 game, and the inning continues as Ryan Nedved
that now makes 5 of the 8 runs in this game unearned.
Nedved reached on an error his first time up. So it's Bloomer at first. He's going. The throw goes to first, and he's in safely.
You typically don't get away with that. But Chase Bloomer, on first movement, just kept on going to second.
And Libert, he didn't fire it over to first, and I think that hurt the play because it was kind of slow developing at that point. So Nedved with an RBI opportunity now with a runner in scoring position, and he takes down and in. He put one in the air in the first inning. It was misplayed in center. It was dropped in center. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hard hit up the middle. That's going to bounce through, and SIUE is going to get on top. It's 5-4 SIUE as Bloomer scampers home. Nedved picks up an RBI, his 23rd this year. It's another unearned run, though. So that's how it's going to be.
I guess so. Capitalizing, too. Both sides are.
Seamer had an RBI double his first time up, and he hits with a runner on base again. Takes down and in for ball one.
At this rate, I can only imagine what it'd be like if the wind was actually blowing today, what the defenses would be like.
The 1-0 pitch. In for a strike. 6 unearned runs of the 9 combined score for these two. Runner at first is Nedved. The pitch to Seamer just misses, and it didn't. It caught the corner, but Benjamin Williams didn't see it that way.
A couple of frustrating things happening now for Libbert on the mound.
The 2-1. Inside out swing, little flare to the right side is foul. That'll get out of play.
That's right. You feel like you should be out of the inning a couple of times over now. The ground ball, you had Bloomer picked off as well.
Swing and a foul right back behind the plate. Dropped right down in front of Hernandez.
To the delight of the Cougars dugout, loving 2-strike foul balls.
From the stretch, Libbert right at the belt. Quick look, and now he's going to throw to first. Nicoletto holds the runner on without being at the bag. He actually plays just off the first base bag when he holds the runner on. The 2-2 is upstairs.
Hernandez gives the sign to his infield. Got to fire across the first on 3-2, 2 outs.
There goes the runner. The pitch is fouled away at the plate. Seamer's seeing a lot of pitches from Will Libbert. And as you said, it's got the dugout all kinds of fired up. Nedved off again. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled back. This is the 9th pitch coming up here. And another foul back. He's going to see number 10.
Might as well get to double digits.
Nedved getting his steps in over there as well. Here comes the 3-2. There he goes. This one's outside. It's a 10-pitch walk for Michael Seamer.
High fives all around in the dugout. Got a quick shot at Nedved there too. He looked a little exhausted. I think that that last time just then, he got off to a little bit of a slower start running to second. No one can blame him.
Please be outside. Please be outside. Please be outside.
Do something at that point. He doesn't even care. Put it in play. Anything.
2 on for Willoughby. Grounded to third his first time up. Pitch is down and in. We talked about the reset day yesterday for Ethan Willoughby, perhaps. Was hard hit the first time. It was a ground out, but here's the 1-0 to the Cougar third baseman. In for a strike.
Libbert started out the day at around 91. He's gotten up to 93 now, 93 on that pitch.
About to throw his 50th pitch of the evening. 1-1. That's a strike. Willoughby's seen 2 pretty good pitches. Fans are back on the berm tonight. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Willoughby's out on strikes. The inning comes to an end. The Cougars send 8 batters to the plate. They score 3 times. All of them are unearned runs. But as we go to the third, it's SIUE on top of Mizzou. 5.
Thank you so much.
That's why we do it, Marcy.
It really makes all the effort worth it. Gathering the most in-depth info, making a clean new homes.com that improves home shopping, creating a better way for people
to find the perfect home to build their lives.
Are you okay?
No, it's the dust-based allergy. Oh, there's another one.
That's why we do it, isn't it? Got a lot of dust in your...
So dusty.
Yeah.
Ding dong. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Are you looking at 4x4s on cars.com again?
No.
Whenever you look at 4x4s, you turn into the version of yourself that drives a 4x4.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Really?
I was thinking of something more sophisticated. Fine. Keep the beard.
2 million cars for 2 million possibilities. Cars.com. Where to next?
Kelsey, as a former #1 pick, who do you think will go first in the draft this year?
There's a player who's not afraid to slay it on the court with a fierce attitude, killer moves, and deadly range.
Have anyone specific in mind?
Yeah, I know just the girl.
Who were you expecting?
We start the third inning here in Edwardsville as you get a look at the top 9 in the SEC. And then Mizzou coming in right now last. They have not won an SEC game, as we talked about. They've played what is now the 4 of the top 6 teams in the country. And some of those non-conference records, I mean, you just marvel at what they've done. 30-3 for the number 1 Razorbacks.
Yeah. Top of the conference has only a couple of non-conference losses each. 6 of the 7 in the country, SEC, 10 total teams in the top 25 SEC. All those teams you saw in the graphic in the top 25, besides Mizzou, and then Oklahoma not in that graphic, also in the top 25.
This is Caden Nicoletto, who popped up his first time up, and he is quickly ahead in the count at 3 balls, no strikes. Nutter is approaching 50 pitches as well. Started the inning at 40. Again, neither of these 2 hurlers have been helped out by their defense tonight.
The last thing the managers want on a midweek game when you're trying to get some length out of your pitching staff, not have to use too many guys if possible.
Here's the 3-1, and a rip into right center field. Seamer drifting back. He's got it. That ball did not go as I thought it was going to. Nicoletta hit it well. It's out number 1. I mean, you just look at that second inning, and Nutter gave up a couple of 2-out base hits, but he had the opportunity to get out of it. Knutson flied one into right. It was dropped. And then you look at the bottom of the inning, and the same thing happened. 2 outs and a runner on. A couple of hits. A ball is misplayed on the infield, allowing a couple of runs to score. And then they capitalize further. It's a lot of extra pitches that pile up.
Yeah, and a clean inning will go a long ways now for either one.
Breaking pitch drops into Seals, who hit a 2-run home run back in the first. His 3rd this year, has now got 11 RBIs. A 1 pitch skips in, and it's even now. Ball and a strike on Seals. Cleanup man in the order. Here's the 1-1. That's down low. Two balls and a strike. And a Hard ground ball, left side, right off the glove of a diving Ethan Willoughby into left. Seals is 2 for 2.
Next up, the DH, number 10, Gary Goldbeck.
Gary Goldbeck, the DH now. That's a tough play, only in sort of that in-between, right? It's not where you know you're going to fully stretch out, but it's far enough away you can't just shuffle your feet over there.
Not at all. 103 off the bat. You got to be reacting really quick. 106 off the bat on his home run in the first.
Which traveled 408, by the way, that home run in the first, so it's getting some pop for sure. Nutter deals. That one's in for a strike. Low in the zone. That was number 50. Seals leads. He's got a couple of steals this year, and he draws the throw. Nutter's 0-1. Lined over short into left center field. Rounding second base is Seals. He'll get to third. The throw coming to second, but it's cut off. It's a double for Goldbeck. Runners at second and third with one out.
Number 2, Brock Daniels.
Goldbeck's fourth double of the year. We'll get a visit here. It's Ethan Westfall, the pitching coach, out to talk with his pitcher, Gabe Nutter. Nutter, by the way, 61 is his high, and that was last week. That was Tuesday against Indiana State. He's over 50 now. So he gets ready to face Brock Daniels with 2 on and 1 out here in the third inning. He's right at 51. Through 58 in an appearance at Illinois State. That was a relief appearance. That was his longest outing at 3 2/3 innings.
Looks like Kieran Bailey was stirring in the bullpen just a little bit there.
Runners at second and third. First pitch, swing and a miss. Up high, Daniels couldn't connect. I'm going to tell you for sure who's in the bullpen here in a second. You are correct, Kieran Bailey and Andrew Ressler. And a swing and a miss on the next. 0-2 on Brock Daniels. He flied to left his first time up.
Nice response after a mound visit, 2 straight strikes.
Can you work around back-to-back one-out hits? Well, he strikes out Daniels on a pitch on the outside. It's the second strikeout tonight for Nutter. And Chris Patterson will get his chance with 2 outs.
Daniels couldn't believe it for a second, but just caught the edge. A nice 0-2 pitch. A lot of times you work around the zone. Every once in a while, if you mix in that one on the edge, you can freeze a batter.
Patterson grounded to short back in the second inning. First pitch to him. In for strike 1. If he gets out of this right here, do you get a 4th inning out of him? Just let him start the 4th, probably, right?
It's a chance.
0-1, breaking pitch, strike 2 called. Likely wouldn't be to 60 pitches yet, if that's the case, if he retires Patterson here. Unless we see a Michael Seamer-esque at bat here where he goes 10 pitch deep. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a pop-up. That's going to get out of play.
Another really good 0-2 pitch just above the zone. Maybe look for one buried in the turf here, but you have to be confident in Kang behind the plate with the runner at third.
Another foul straight back. I mentioned Mizzou's in the bottom half of the SEC hitting-wise, but their batting average, 284. That'd be second best in the OVC.
Yeah, really, hitting really has not been their problem in the SEC as well.
Right. Nutter at the belt, coming again with an 0-2. And this one is lifted into left. It is going to drop in. It's going to score 2. Seals scores. Goldberg scores. Goldbeck scores, I should say. And Patterson's into second with a 2-out, 2 RBI double.
Number 4, J.D. Hernandez.
Mizzou back on top at 6-5.
Well, we remain perfect in the sense of 5 half innings, and there's been a run in all of them.
There's been at least 2 runs in all of them.
There's a look at the Cougars bullpen. Wrestler and Bailey both warming. And they're going to go to one of them.
Sean Lyons coming out here in the third. He's going to remove his starter, Gabriel Nutter, right at 59 pitches tonight. 6 runs, 7 hits. 4 of those runs are going to be earned against Nutter here tonight. And he exits here in the third. It's going to be Andrew Wrestler to take over for SIUE here in the third. We'll tell you more about him. We'll take a break. We're coming right back to Edwardsville after this.
What do you got there, Larry?
Time machine?
You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something?
Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm going to go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket.
Can I come?
Only room for one.
How am I getting home?
Sitting on my lap like last time, Ronald.
Fine, but I'm bringing this.
All right.
Or you could try one of these savings options.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See? Told you it's going to all work out. Thanks, future me.
Why do couples choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can it keep me warm when I'm cold?
Wait, no, I'm always hot.
Sleep Number does that.
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Sleep Number does that. Your ideal firmness and effortless comfort all night.
Can it help us sleep better and better?
Please.
Sleep Number does that. 9 out of 10 couples report better sleep. Smart beds now start at $849. Shop a Sleep Number store near you.
Andrew Wrestler is our new pitcher as he comes over. He comes on, takes over for Gabriel Nutter, who goes 2 2/3. So far, 6 runs, 4 earned, 7 hits. No walks, 2 strikeouts. Wrestler, meanwhile, making his 9th appearance of the season for the Cougars. No record, an 8.7 ERA, 10 1/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, 7 walks. Opponents hitting .261 against the 6-foot sophomore from Huntley, Illinois. He'll face the catcher, J.D. Hernandez, here in the 3rd inning with 2 runs having scored, and Mizzou back on top, 6-5. Hernandez has singled and scored already today. RBI shot with Chris Patterson standing at second. Wrestler's first pitch in for strike 1. Three infielders on the left side of the second base bag for the right-handed hitting Hernandez. And a pitch misses outside. Now I worry about that. That pitch is on the outside part, and he swings. He has the entire right side of the infield.
It's been the age-old debate with the shift. If you're going to shift, shouldn't you pitch on the inside part of the plate?
Yes. 1-1 is grounded up the middle. The second baseman, Mac Mitchell, makes the play over to first.
Well, you know what, Joe? Still on the outside part of the plate, but it was a slider out in front and a rollover.
Mizzou with 2 more runs here in the third. We go to the bottom half, and SIUE now trails the Tigers. It's 6-5.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Let it rain, Randy! Woo! Yes! By being prepared for anything! Woo! Whatever comes your way, there's a pro for that.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Kids are always snacking on the go, so keep them going all day with chewy, delicious Sunbelt Bakery Bars. From oats and honey, to chocolate chip, to soft-baked strawberry. There's a flavor for everyone. The tastiest flavors under the sun. Sunbelt Bakery Bars.
6-5, Missouri on top of SIUE. Joe Pott, J.J. Sweat with you as you look at the Ohio Valley Conference standings following a week with which I think 5 series went into Monday. Just an odd weekend of weather. But USI emerges on top. The Screaming Eagles at 7-2. You've got SEMO, SIUE, and Tennessee Tech all at 6-3. So, we talked about it a lot during the weekend, but every one of these games, every one of these weekends become more important now the longer you get into the season.
Yeah, and Little Rock and Lindenwood weren't able to get a game in. Eastern Illinois and UT Martin weren't able to get a game in, so they'll be one short. But a lot of teams at the top bunched up. It's going to be competitive.
Kyle Hepburn leads off. He swings through a high fastball, and it's 0-1. Back to work goes Will Libbert, the left-hander. Libbert starts the inning at 51 pitches. He misses upstairs and in. Hepburn 0 for 1. He flied to right back in the first inning. 1-1. High fly ball hit into right field. That's going to just get out of play, into the bullpen.
Libbert into the 80s on his pitch count last couple of outings. So in no danger of getting pulled anytime soon if he can get through a couple of innings clean.
I see some motion. Not yet anybody warming, but they're starting to move in the bullpen.
You want that clean inning if possible.
1-2 pitch swung on and chopped foul, third base side.
He's ended up having a lot of high-stress pitches into the 20s on the pitch count, both of the first 2 innings.
One-two, a check swing, and he went around. That's a swing, says Rex Engstrand at first base. Engstrand.
Left fielder, number 10, Sam Chapman.
Second strikeout for Libbert in his time. Here's Chapman now. And a hard ground ball hit the other way. The shortstop Knutson up with it. Throw to first, just in time. Chapman is retired. First 2 down for SIUE here in the third. Now it's Kang.
Next up, the catcher, number 27, Sean Kang.
Fluid motion from Knutson there at first. Backhand and a throw.
Kang's 1 for 1. He singled and scored his first time up, and he takes strike 1. Well, Will Libbert, again, looking at the possibility of a clean inning, a 1-2-3 inning at that. The 0-1. Fastball in the dirt. But we've seen that before. We've seen both pitchers start an inning well. The 1-1. Kang takes another one down and in. 2 balls and a strike on the Cougar catcher. Sophomore out of Parkway Central High School in St. Louis. It's a pretty good collection of St. Louis guys between these two teams. And I say St. Louis, meaning the entire area. 2-1 pitch. High, 3-1. Well, you invite the other team right back in it with a 2-out walk. Libbert deals the 3-1, and he walked him. There is the 2-out walk. It was a fastball above the zone. Kang's on for the second time tonight, and now Daniel Gear will hit. This is what's got both pitchers in trouble tonight, is just not being able to clamp down and lock down that inning. And as we said, it's been some defensive issues, but regardless, just hasn't happened.
The combination of the two can be very frustrating.
Gear flied to right his first time up. And he sends one in the air into center. It'll play for Seals. He's got it, squeezes it, and the inning comes to an end, and SIUE does not score here in the third. And after 3 complete in Edwardsville, Missouri Tigers lead the SIUE Cougars. It is 6-4.
Mountains of flavor, those crispy peaks, 12 flavors so bold, your whole life is complete. Dipped in the lake, man, that ranch hits deep. New crispy tenders, bring the flavor, Wingstop.
Your guide to taking the perfect shot. First, you need to dress for success and make sure you bring the right equipment. Then grip it and rip it. Ignite the fairways.
With Fireball.
Jiminy Cricket, you don't even have a club in your hand.
Last year, I wore jean shorts to the Osborne's annual neighborhood barbecue, and they yelled at me. This year, I went to Men's Warehouse, so I'll have the best outfit.
Use the good plunger, the big one.
This is just a bowl of ketchup.
If you don't change, my wife and I are going to yell at you again like we did last year. How about now? Hey, nice to meet you. Oh my God, you're...
Yeah, no, it's me.
Oh my, it's like a stark difference.
Is
like
this
you're
different
really...
again? Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you.
The new Wall Self-Clip 360, so easy, you could do it with one hand tied behind your back. The optimum blade angle is specifically designed for the self-hair cutter. So what's the verdict?
Oh, this makes self-hair cutting easy.
It's so light and smooth. Love the new angle of the blade.
This clipper rocks.
Can someone untie us?
We're back in Edwardsville as the Cougars trail the Tigers here on a Tuesday night at Simmons Baseball Complex. Andrew Ressler back to the mound. He came on to finish off the third inning after Gabriel Nutter started, went 2 2/3 innings, 6 runs, 4 earned for him. Number 9 man, Peyton Bosler leads things off here in the fourth. Bosler, Knutson, and Macon. 9-1-2 in the Tigers lineup. First pitch, strike called. Bosler doubled back in the second inning. Did that against the starter. That one missed right out of the hands. I should say the hand of Andrew Ressler. One ball, one strike. The whine on the pitch. That's outside. The 2-1. Swing and a fly ball hit into right field. Seamer on the run back. Circles, and he's got it in front of the warning track. Wasn't sure off the bat, but he tracked it. Ground ball off the bat of Knutson. Knutson's 0 for 2. He did reach on an error his last time up, and he sends one in the air into left field. Chapman racing back near the corner. It drops in. Extra bases as Knutson is into second base. He'll take a turn, but he sticks there. It's a one-out double for Keegan Knutson. For Knutson, it is his 6th double of the year.
Now riding a 5-game hitting streak.
Tyler Macon hits now. He lined out to the second baseman Mitchell to end the second inning. He tripled his first time up in the first inning and then scored the first run of the game, though it was the first only by a little bit because he came in on a 2-run home run from Pierre Seals. Runner at second. Corners are in for the Cougars, and this one rides up and in on the right-handed hitting Macon. I like having the midweek games where you can have the opponent's fans come in. There's plenty of black and yellow that we can see out in front of us, but we talked about how much sense, obviously, the Missouri Valley makes. And let's be honest, it's not that a lot of OVC teams are going to have SEC teams come to their place. It's not unusual that you might see those teams, but you're probably going to have to play a road game. 2-1 pitch is bunted foul, and Macon hops down the line in a little frustration there that he didn't get that bunt down in fair territory.
Makes it a fun experience for everyone, a unique one for Missouri as well. Obviously within distance. 6 o'clock start time helps.
Sure.
So you can get out to it pretty easy.
But it is a realistic, travel day. Just a couple of hours from Columbia, Missouri. But I think the experience is great for SIUE as well, to have an SEC team come and play at your ballpark. It's a big deal. Count is full on Tyler Macon. 3-2, ripped foul, way back out of play. Macon was a Kirkwood Pioneer. Big ground ball hit to third. Willoughby couldn't handle it. Knutson stayed put at second base.
Next up, first baseman, number 48, Hayden Nicoletta.
It's going to be an error on the third baseman, Willoughby. 4th error in this game. 2 each side, and it's 2 on, 1 out for Nicoletto. And the first pitch swung on, fouled away. Nicoletto is 0 for 2. He's popped up foul. He has flied out to right.
Potentially another case where speed causes errors, though. Macon fast. He had the triple earlier in the game, 5 stolen bases on the year. You have to speed up just a little bit as a fielder, especially backing up on that ball. You know you're going to have to make a strong throw.
Most often when you see a fielder back up, it is not a good sign.
No.
Not always. Sometimes you have to play the hop.
Yeah, that's a high chopper. You gotta make a decision quickly.
That's right. 1 ball, 1 strike on the left-handed hitting first baseman. And he sends one in the air into left center field. Chapman started in, now starts backpedaling. Makes the catch. Tagging at second base is Knutson. The throw cut off, and good base running has Knutson at third base now.
Next up, center fielder, number 5, Pierre Seals.
Nicoletti is retired for the second out, but a play like that can make a big difference. Talked about it yesterday. Now a wild pitch or a pass ball, even just a little bloop single, now has a chance to add a run.
Changes the approach of the way a pitcher attacks the next batter, too. Are you confident throwing a couple of pitches in the turf with that runner 90 feet away? You can do some tricky base running as well with first and third.
And making it first has stolen 5 this year. We almost just answered our question.
I know.
Slider way off the plate.
Really have to trust your catcher.
Nedved holds Macon on. It's only been caught once. Here's the 1-0. That catches the bottom part of the zone for a strike. Might have missed outside the zone, though. Just a bit off the plate. Called for a strike. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Wrestler trying to put up the first 0 for SIUE pitching. Runner fakes from first. Didn't go. Pitches outside. 2-1. 2 runs in each of the first 3 innings for Missouri. Tigers lead the Cougars 6-5. Wrestler takes a look at third. He deals. A breaking pitch is fouled away. Two balls, 2 strikes on the cleanup hitter Seals, who is 2 out of 2 tonight. A 2-run home run, a single, 2 runs scored already for Seals. Short lead at first for Macon. Newton off the bag. He's farther into foul territory than he is down the line at third. Runner goes from first. 2-2 is outside. Macon steals second, his 6th of the season. And the Tigers now have 2 in scoring position.
Kang has had to catch a couple well off the plate. Pop up out of his crouch.
Three-two, swing and a foul. That's well out of play. Wrestler checks his fancy smart pitch calling watch wearable device. 3-2 coming. Line through the right side, a base hit. Keegan Knutson scores. Here comes Macon behind him. It's another 2-run inning for the Tigers. Seals with 4 RBIs now, 3 hits on the night, 2 singles and a home run. He had 9 runs driven in coming into the game. He's got 4 in the game.
Well, and backtrack your point of good base running, Joe. If Knutson doesn't get to third on that fly ball, Macon never gets to second. And that may be a 1-run RBI, 1-run hit instead of a 2-run hit.
And it's an 8-5 lead for the Tigers, and they'll face a new pitcher from the SIUE bullpen. As Sean Lyons is out, he'll take the ball from Andrew Wrestler. The Cougars go back to the pen. Kieran Bailey is coming on. He'll take over for the Cougars here in the 4th. 2 runs in for the Tigers, 8-5 the lead for Mizzou. We're coming right back.
Panera's packed with flavor bagel just got stacked with even more for just $7.99. Meet our new Asiago bagel stacks. Choose from the chicken Roma with grilled chicken and green goddess dressing, the spicy steak or zesty Tuscan. Only $7.99 each and only at Panera for a limited time.
What do you got there, Larry? Time machine? You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something? Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm gonna go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket. Can I come? Only room for 1.
How am I getting home?
Sitting on my lap like last time, Ronald.
Fine, but I'm bringing this.
All right.
Or you could try one of these savings options.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See? Told you it's gonna all work out. Thanks, future me.
That's Kieran Bailey. Bailey making his 10th appearance of the year. 10 1/3 innings for the left-hander. He's really the lone left-hander out of the bullpen for Sean Lyons. 9 runs, 7 earned, 13 walks, 9 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .250 against the left-hander Bailey. 6-foot redshirt junior from Des Moines, Iowa. Third pitcher used in the game by the Cougars. Certainly not the last. As we mentioned before, SIUE's weekend series went from Friday through Sunday to Saturday through Monday. So yesterday, they finished that series with Southeast Missouri. Now, you're not going to see probably any of the 4 pitchers that were used yesterday. I would highly doubt anyway.
A couple of lefties on tap now for Bailey.
This was a good time to get the left-hander in there as Garrett Goldbeck stands in. Seals with a short lead over at first base after driving home 2 here in the 4th. Goldbeck doubled his last time up. Timer violation against Kieran Bailey. It's a good way to start your outing.
It's always odd coming out of the pen and getting that before you even throw a pitch.
1-0 pitch. It's down low. And obviously folks at home can see it. We, other than that view, cannot see a pitch clock here. But the pitcher's looking right at it. It's nice and big behind home plate. 2-0 on Goldbeck. Here's the 2-0. That catches the outside for a strike called. Seals a short lead again. 2-1. Runner goes. Pitch is yanked into right field. Racing on and making the play is Seamer. That will end the 4th inning, but not before Missouri adds 2 more here in the 4th. 2 is across the board for the Tigers, and they lead the Cougars 8-5.
Thank you so much.
That's why we do it, Marcy.
It really makes all the effort worth it. Gathering the most in-depth info, making a clean new homes.com that improves home shopping, creating a better way for people
to find the perfect home to build their lives.
Are you okay?
No, it's the dust-based allergy. Oh, there's another one.
That's why we do it, isn't it? Got a lot of dust in your...
So dusty.
Yeah. Ding dong.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Kelsey, as a former #1 pick, who do you think will go first in the draft this year?
There's a player who's not afraid to slay it on the court with a fierce attitude, killer moves, and deadly range.
Have anyone specific in mind?
Yeah, I know just the girl.
Who were you expecting?
It was just another day on the court, till he showed up. He brought Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. He also brought his A game. Slicing through the lane, feeding the post. He had him dunking on and off the court.
Yo, what's your name, man?
Peter's a Hut, but you can call me Pete.
Pizza Hut.
See you around.
The legend of Peter's a Hut, the Cheesy Bites Pizza, and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
It's a 3-run lead for the Missouri Tigers. Joe Pott, J.J. Sweat with you from Edwardsville, Illinois. And the SIUE Cougars have the top of the order coming up here in the 4th inning. Back to work, Will Libbert, and he deals a fastball for a strike into Mitchell, who is 2 out of 2. He has singled, he has doubled, and he has scored twice.
Needs a triple, needs a home run.
He shoots one foul deep down the right side. 65 pitches right now for the left-hander Libbert, who is into the 4th inning for the Tigers. Here's the 0-2. Skips into Mitchell. Hard shot right to first. Little hop for Nicoletto. He puts it away. That's out number one.
Next up, shortstop, number 1, Chase Bloomer.
Here's Chase Bloomer. He reached on an error his last time up. One 1-0 to Bloomer. Fouled back off the catcher. Sounded like it caught the mask of JDR Hernandez. .85 pitches the last time out for Libbert. 82 the outing before that. So he's got some mileage on him still. Mileage to go as he deals a strike. Certainly helps that now he's got a little bit of a cushion run-wise.
99 is season high. Clean inning in the third. A little bit of less stress.
1-2 upstairs. We were talking about this, you and I talking about this over the weekend too, how valuable it is for a younger pitcher to have the opportunity to work out of trouble. Knutson, scoop and throw across to first, and Bloomer's retired.
And not only work out of trouble, but now this is the third time through the order for Libbert. Attacks Mitchell and Bloomer early, gets up in the count, gives them off-speed pitches to put them away.
I just always think that this kind of experience as a younger player, as a freshman, sophomore, whatever, this is what really comes back a couple of years down the line when you start looking at the kind of innings, the kind of just the ability to, as you say, you have to adjust because you're working through that order for the third time. Or in his case, you've got to work around some defensive miscues. All of those things, I think when you talk about the development of the players, this one sliced into left field. Nedved has his second hit of the day. He's on for the third time.
To round out your point a little bit, Joe, the SEC tournament, 16-team format, you got to win 5 games in 5 days if you're not a top 8 seed. So if Missouri wants to go on and do something special, Libbert's going to have to start one of those games.
That's right.
He's
That's
the
a good
4th
point.
starter right now, but he'd still be called upon at a very important time.
Yep, great point. Runner at first, 2 down for Michael Seamer. He's doubled, he's walked. He takes a fastball inside for strike 1. Doubled to drive home a run in the first inning as part of a 2-run first inning for SIUE. Missouri's gone 2-2-2-2. SIUE went 2-3-0. And they've got a runner on with 2 outs here in the 4th. Right now the Tigers are out hitting the Cougars 9-6. 1-1 pitch. Seamer swings through a low delivery. Ball and 2 strikes. Very short lead for Nedved. Held on by Nicoletto. 1-2. Little chopper right side. Nicoletto off the bag. He'll spear it and step on the bag himself. And it's another 0 up on the board for Will Libbert and for the SIUE hitters. We're headed to the 5th inning here in Edwardsville. 8-5 Missouri.
As an artist, I needed a truck to move sculptures like Peso Neto. The truck also allows me to move the weight of my message. We're built to serve.
When greatness calls, you answer. Don't give up. Level up. Design your dreams. Polo 67, the new fragrance. Ralph Lauren.
At Macy's, the fragrance destination.
You found a place of complete focus. You ordered your thoughts and mastered your mind. on the train home. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
The new Wall Self-Clip 360, so easy, you could do it with one hand tied behind your back. The optimum blade angle is specifically designed for the self-hair cutter. So what's the verdict? Oh, this makes self-hair cutting easy.
It's so light and smooth. Love the new angle of the blade.
This clipper rocks. Can someone untie us?
First up for the Tigers, left fielder, number 2, Brock Daniels.
It's 8-5 Missouri as we start the 5th inning here in Edwardsville. Brock Daniels will lead things off. Chris Patterson, Jadier Hernandez for the Tigers. 6, 7, and 8. As Kieran Bailey goes back to work, he came on and retired Goldbeck to end the 4th inning. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Bailey gets a lefty in Daniels, and we'll switch around Patterson to the right side, a switch hitter on deck.
Infield, outfield, pretty much straight away with the exception of the third baseman. Willoughby creeping in at third, and this one lined to second, and it's caught. Caught by Mitchell on a lunging play at second base.
Next up, third baseman.
Can't take a false step right there, and Mitchell didn't. First step long, lunging immediately, keeping that glove flipped over, turned off the ground.
And just as you suspected, Chris Patterson stands in, hits from the right. Freshman out of Frisco, Texas, had a 2-run double in the 3rd inning. He is also grounded out. First pitch. Ooh, just missed. Very close, the bottom of the zone. Bailey's 1-0. That one missed off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. We haven't seen the walk be an issue tonight. It's been just putting the ball in play. And it's either finding ground or it's
finding not enough of a glove.
That's right. That's a good one. Yeah. 2-0 pitch is bounced in, and now it's 3-0 though on Chris Patterson. In fact, Cougar pitchers have not walked a batter yet. Libbert has walked a couple. And Bailey is in danger of doing so here. Behind in the count, 3-0. And he finds the strike zone with that. 3-1. SIUE will essentially stay in town for the weekend. They've got Lindenwood coming up in OVC play. Three 3-1. Swung on, fouled away, deep down the right field line. The Tigers are headed to Florida for a weekend series. I'd like to be headed to Florida for a weekend series.
Well, it's the battle of the bottom of the conference right now. Florida's sitting at 1-11.
3-2. He got him. He came back from 3-0, and he gets Patterson on the inside part.
Next up, the catcher, number 4, Jadier.
First strikeout for Bailey.
Worked that slider in, started it just off the plate.
When I was chatting with Matt Michaels, the color guy for the Tigers, and we were talking about that series coming up. And as you would expect, Mizzou looks at it as an opportunity, and I'm sure Florida feels the same, but he was saying that he felt like that if they could get into the Florida bullpen, that's where they were going to likely have success coming up over the weekend against Florida. That he just thought that that bullpen might have some vulnerabilities, and we talked about hitting has not been the issue for the Tigers, so if they can go in there and feel like that. And then he said, then you get a win, and then watch how quick number 2, number 3 come, right? You can gain a little confidence, start feeling better. 0-1 pitch, just missed to Hernandez, who singled and scored in the second. He's grounded out.
I think that's the key you alluded to, or we alluded to, the SEC tournament bracket. Top 4 teams get a double bye, 5 through 8 get a single bye. Missouri's kind of already worked their way out where they probably won't get that, but you're just trying to build up confidence at that point heading into the tournament.
Here's the 1-1. Off the plate. Hernandez steps out for some time. The temperature is dropping as that sun has disappeared behind the third base line. 2-1. Swinging a foul. That's lined well over the bullpen, which looks like it may have some action in it for Mizzou finally. We saw some stirring, but maybe not yet. I don't know.
Got some arms circling,
right,
stretching.
Long look. 2-2. Miss low. So Bailey not only trying to put up the first 0, but perhaps the first 1-2-3 inning, which would be the first 1-2-3 inning, period. Neither side has gone in order yet tonight. And a payoff pitch coming home to the catcher Hernandez. Fouled into the Missouri dugout. Kicked off the railing and bounced away.
Bailey's season ERA at 6.10 right now, but he had 2 outings against Northern Illinois and Omaha back-to-back where he gave up 4 and 3. Other than that, he hasn't given up any runs.
Another 3-2 on the way. Ground ball out to short. Bloomer up with it. His throw picked at first. It is a 1-2-3 inning. Bailey sets the Tigers down in order here in the 5th inning. We go to the bottom half in Edwardsville. Missouri leads SIUE 8-5.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Let it rain, Randy! Woo! Yes! By being prepared for anything! Woo! Whatever comes your way, there's a pro for that.
Serve pro, like it never even happened.
He shoots, and he scores!
Cougars come back to the plate. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 8-5. Mizzou on top of the Cougars. They are perfect in midweek games. So Tuesday, Wednesdays, 4-0. They're 11-8 in non-conference play. SIUE is 2-3 in midweek games this year. And in fact, lost the last couple here at home. The Illinois State game, lost the Indiana State game here at home.
Missouri actually looking for their first road win of the season.
Yep. Tigers 0-7 on the road coming into tonight. Ethan Willoughby, Kyle Hepburn, and Sam Chapman here in the 5th inning. Those are the scheduled hitters for the Cougars.
We mentioned Missouri doesn't have to travel a lot for their midweek games usually. 6 of those coming at Arkansas and at LSU.
First strike, or first pitch in for a strike. Where was the other road midweek game?
UCF.
There we go. It's not a bad spot to go for a midweek game.
Right, all the way back at February 20th.
So they were already down there, probably, right?
Looks like that might have been a...
They were playing, no, they were playing in...
maybe it was a UCF-hosted tournament.
Yeah, it was called the Puerto Rico Challenge. But it wasn't in Puerto Rico, right? I don't know. Maybe it was.
It was not. So the UCF was a true road game in Orlando then on a Thursday, and then after that they were in Vero Beach, Florida for a tournament.
A&M yeah.
So those were all neutral site games then. The Jackie Robinson Training Complex.
One-two to Willoughby, strikes him out on the upper part of the zone. And it's strikeout number 2 tonight for Libbert. Both have been against Ethan Willoughby. Hepburn's 0 for 2. He's flied to right. He has struck out. The line on the first pitch, upstairs. One-0 pitch, line foul, out of play, into the Missouri bullpen. Sits deep down the right field side. Hepburn ready again. Here it comes from Libbert, the 1-1. Fouled back. He got up on his hands that time, and he fouled it back to the screen. Still getting up to 91.
He's had a pretty good outing, honestly. Only 6 hits, 2 walks. Only one of those runs earned.
1-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Hepburn goes down on strikes. 3 tonight.
Left fielder, number 10, Sam Chapman.
4 strikeouts. Sorry, yes. I missed one there. Well, his 4 strikeouts have been Willoughby and Hepburn.
There you go.
Twice each.
He likes that matchup. Those matchups, I guess. Couple of matchups.
Each matchup individually he likes.
Yes.
Chapman hits now. He's grounded out twice. Once to second, once to short, and he takes high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Kind of a pretty sunset. We're looking into almost that dark purple, but off to our kind of back behind us is the west, and we can just see the colors of the sunset, which is nice to see, not being completely overcast and cloudy as it seems like it's been here for days. The 1-1, just low. Really, really close on the bottom of the zone. 2-1. That caught the outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. What has got your attention over here?
I see some orange lights, flames. I'm not sure what's going on way off to the left. You see what I'm seeing, Joe?
Oh, I sure
way
do.
Out there?
It's not that far out there. 2-2 pitch is fouled away.
I'm not sure what it is, though.
No, it's a fire. Something's burning out there.
All right. Is that allowed? I don't know. We're going to have to.
2-2 pitch, a strike 3 called. Libbert strikes out the side here in the 5th inning. Now 5 strikeouts. We're headed to the 6th in Edwardsville. It remains 8-5.
I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I was really worried about my son keeping up. My pediatrician explained there are developmental windows that happen at predictable times. She recommended Love Every's Play Kits. They're these boxes of playthings designed by experts to help your baby learn and grow from age 0 to 5. It's a fun way for us to spend time together while he works on things like fine motor skills and early language. Now I know he's on track. Visit loveevery.com right now.
A great coach is humble, kind, honest, and you feel that your child is safe around them.
You're really trying to find somebody that when you're not looking, they're doing the right things.
Always found Safe Play really great in that manner.
You can see not only is your coach Safe Play approved, but also you can take a 30-minute training yourself so that you can know how to contribute to a safe environment. The court is often a home away from home for a lot of our athletes, so it's really up to us to make sure that we make it feel as safe as it is at their own home.
Know your coach's Safe Play status today.
Formula One returns.
It's lights out and away we go.
All season long on ESPN, the exclusive home of F1.
New pitcher for the Cougars as we start the 6th inning. It's Brennan Grams who takes over for SIUE. 5'11 freshman from Wisconsin. Grams makes his 4th appearance, no record, a 6.75 ERA, has only thrown an inning and a third. 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, opponents hitting .375 against him. 4th pitcher used tonight by SIUE.
First action for Graham since March 26th against Illinois State.
Nice outing for Kieran Bailey. Scoreless inning and a third for him. No hits, no walks. He struck out a batter.
He's put together a very nice stretch of baseball lately.
And you mentioned it, that he gave up a couple of, or he had a couple of outings where he gave up some runs, but he's really settled in, which is big because, as we said, he's really the lone lefty coming out of the bullpen. Brennan Grams is a left-hander, obviously, but what I'm saying is that you're really going to use right now on the weekends. No, he's not. Sorry. But that you're going to be using on weekends.
Yeah, he's shown the ability to come in for one batter on that lefty-lefty matchup. He's shown the ability to give you a full inning as well. Works out of a jam a couple of times out of the pen. It's a valuable piece to have.
Peyton Bosler has doubled and scored. He has flied to right, and he takes a strike. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. It is 9-1-2 for Mizzou here in the 6th inning. Grams goes into the line on the 1-1 pitch. Slicing into left field. Chapman on the run. This will get out of play. Down the left field line. 1-2 on the second baseman, Bosler.
Only 87 off the bat. Ended up getting 308 out there, though. Kept carrying.
Bosler started the day at 259. Up to 267. So he hits here. And he hits another one that way. Willoughby giving chase near the fence, and that'll sneak out of play. One and two. I have been somewhat surprised that we haven't seen any pinch hitters yet, and maybe that's kind of what they wanted with a couple of different guys in each lineup. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball at the feet. Bosler didn't even move. Catcher Kang slid down behind him. Bosler just stayed put, just stayed planted in the batter's box.
This will complete the 3rd time through the order for the Tigers. SIUE 8-9-1 due up in the bottom half. So after
maybe,
that, you may start seeing.
You're right. 2-2. Just missed. Nice idea. Backdoor breaking ball.
Did my job for me there. That's what I was going to say.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sometimes that happens.
It does.
Sometimes you say what I was going to say. Brennan Grams. Into the line, 3-2. And he walked him. Down low, and that is the first walk issued by SIUE pitchers in this game. That in itself is going to be a highlight, I think, for Sean Lyons. We talked about it a lot over the weekend, unfortunately. Hit batters, walks. There was just a lot of those free passes that were given out by SIUE pitchers.
Yeah, 13 hits for SEMO on Saturday, the opening game of the series, 12 of those singles, but also gave up 12 free passes, 7 walks, 5 hit by pitches.
They back pick to first, and Bosler's back in. That ball nearly got away. It wasn't a terrible throw, but it was enough to the foul side of the first base bag that Nedved had to come across the bag just to keep it in front of him, just to keep it there. Now that is something that Sean Kang will do that we just rarely see John Stallcup do. So it's a little bit different there. And again, requires that communication between your first baseman and your catcher.
And if you're over there at first, you can't have your feet stuck when you're moving over there. You got to be active, catching it while moving.
Bosler's not a big base stealer, but he's got a decent lead. And another throw, so they at least have the inclination that he might go. He's stolen 2. He's not been caught. Knutson has seen only that single pitch here in this at bat. He has doubled. He's reached on an air, and he has struck out tonight. Another toss to first.
Missouri 80% success rate stealing bases this season.
One-0 pitch, grounded up the middle, knocked down. How about that? And the toss to first. It hit Grams. No, I was going to say it was a foul ball. I think, right? I thought Benjamin Williams was saying maybe it was a foul ball.
Next up, right fielder, number 12.
I'm not sure what Benjamin Williams is saying.
What was he motioning when he came out there?
I don't know, because nothing changed with what happened on the field.
It looked to me like he was motioning for the hitter to come back.
Yeah, and he walked almost all the way out to the mound.
Well, it was a nifty little 1-3 thanks to Brendan Grams. He kind of hop-skipped as it hit him. He ended up catching it and then making the underhand toss, as this one is lifted high in the air into right field. Seamer coming in, makes the catch for out number 2. Bosler stays put at second base. That'll bring in Nicoletto.
Next up, first baseman, number 48, Hayden Nicoletto.
Nicoletto's 0 for 3. He's popped up and flied out twice. Kyle Rossi starts to warm in the SIUE bullpen. 2 outs, a runner at second for the Tigers here in the 6th, and the first pitch is well outside. This is another, I would say, important sort of audition type outing. And you mentioned that Grams hasn't pitched in a while. So this is a chance to work back into a spot as this one is popped up. Chapman drifting back in left field. And he has got it. And that's 2 innings in a row that the SIUE pitchers have kept Mizzou off the scoreboard. A runner left here in the 6th inning, and as we go to the bottom half, it remains 8-5 Mizzou on top of SIUE.
The fine folks at Fireball Whiskey present your guide to taking the perfect shot.
Did somebody say shot?
First, you need to dress for success and make sure you bring the right equipment. Whoa, slow down, slugger. Let's get warmed up first.
Warmed up?
Aw, shucks, just grip it and rip it. Keep your eyes peeled for the sand traps, the water hazards.
And the beverage cart.
Ignite the fairways.
With Fireball.
Jiminy Cricket, you don't even have a club in your hand.
To me, lawn service is a scam.
There's no lawn service for you.
Unfortunately, I don't trust them very much because I don't know what they're putting down.
Nobody's going to pay attention to your lawn like you do.
It's the whole point of owning a home is that you maintain your own lawn.
We've taken care of this lawn from day one.
I take pride in it, and when people tell me it looks good, it makes me feel even better.
Do you use a lawn service?
Absolutely not. I have you.
I know what I'm putting down when I put Scott's down. I'm putting down a great product.
Well, there's the upcoming schedules. They are presented by Sunbelt Bakery. Upcoming series are presented by Visit SI. Make Southern Illinois your summer oasis. We mentioned the Tigers are going to Gainesville for a 3-game set with Florida coming up this weekend. They'll have the Bears of Missouri State back at Taylor Stadium. And then they will stay home for a series with Oklahoma. For SIUE, they're staying in town. They have got the Lindenwood Lions coming up this coming weekend. Then they'll have a single game at Illinois and back home for the Screaming Eagles of Southern Indiana. New pitcher on the mound for the Tigers.
The OVC leading Southern Indiana Screaming Eagles right now.
Caden Drew takes over. He's 2-1 with a 6.43 ERA, 10 appearances, 7 starts. No, 10 appearances. He's made 6 starts. 28 innings, 21 strikeouts, 13 walks, but opponents are hitting .306 against the 6'2 left-handed junior. He's from Scottsdale, Arizona. Was at Paradise Valley Community College. I believe is in the Pacific Northwest. Someone can check me on that. Sean Kang will lead things off for SIUE. He takes inside for ball one, or strike one rather. He has singled, he has walked. And he takes another strike, and he's in the hole at 0-2. How about the outing for the Missouri starter? 5 innings, 5 runs, but only 1 of them earned. And he really settled in.
After a shaky first 2 innings, especially with the defense behind him, to get through 5 innings, definitely a success.
Brady Coons in the bullpen now for SIUE as well. Kang, Gear, and Mitchell. It is the 8, 9, and 1 hitters here in the 6th inning. Drew kicks and deals the 2-2, and it's inside. Till we find out where it is. Pop up off the bat of Kang. Deep short, Knutson. Drifting back, he's got it. That is out number 1 as Gear stands in. Caden Drew's last outing came against Arkansas.
What'd you even say, Joe, for the...
I said I thought it was in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, it's in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I thought about it too. I think I might be confusing it with Treasure Valley Community College. Here's a ground ball hit to short. Knutson up over an OUT. Gears retired. 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning for Caden Drew, and that brings in Mac Mitchell.
Second baseman, number 7, Mac Mitchell.
He pitched a third of an inning in the Arkansas series, Drew did. He pitched an inning and a third against Arkansas Pine Bluff last week. Scoreless in that outing, gave up a couple of runs in the Arkansas series. Pitch is a strike called to Mitchell. He pitched on Sunday.
17 inches of break on that one, clipping the outside edge.
Mitchell chops this one foul. It's in the hole. 0-2. Singled, doubled, and he's lined out tonight. 2 out of 3 for the Cougar leadoff hitter. Drew's 0-2 is down low. Ball and 2 strikes now. It is 8-5 Missouri, and it's been that way since the top of the 4th. A chopper hit left side in the hole. Knutson fields, throws in time. Nicely done by the Tigers shortstop to retire Mac Mitchell with a play from the hole at short. And again, the Cougars go in order. We're going to the 7th inning in Edwardsville, and the Tigers lead the Cougars 8-5.
What do you got there, Larry? Time machine? You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something?
Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm gonna go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket.
Can I come?
Only room for 1.
How am I getting home?
Sitting on my lap like last time, Ronald.
Fine, but I'm bringing this.
All right.
Or you could try one of these savings options.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See? Told you it was gonna all work out. Thanks, future me.
Transforming your land with a John Deere compact tractor is as easy as connect, latch, spread, roll, click, mow, and hook, lock, grade. Because when you've got quick connect solutions for every implement, there's only one thing you have to do to get the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Visit an authorized John Deere dealer to learn more.
Listen, we are too grown to let diabetes boss us around. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor sends your numbers straight to your phone. With the proper steps, you can do diabetes your way. And over time, you can bring down your A1C. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor helps you live life with diabetes on your terms. This is progress.
Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
The freshman right-hander Brady Kuhn takes over on the mound for SIUE after a scoreless inning of work for Brennan Grams. And we might see this for the next couple of innings. A pitcher an inning, depending on what the outcome is. But with the series, the weekend series finishing yesterday, you're going to try to preserve your arms here. Brady Kuhn has made a couple of starts this year. In fact, he's made 6 of them. This is his 8th appearance, only 2 of which have been relief. 0-3 with a 15.9 ERA, 16 innings, and 29 earned runs. 23 walks, 14 strikeouts, and opponents hitting .368. The freshman, 6'2", out of Troy, Illinois, Triad High School, and he faces the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Missouri here in the 7th inning.
He was primarily the midweek starter for SIUE, Brady Kuhn. Struggled a bit. It's been Nutter's role the past 2 times. Maybe a role change can serve Brady Kuhn well.
Well, he has to first face Pierre Seals, who is 3 for 3 tonight with 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored, and a 2-run home run. Well,
he will eventually face him.
He will. Yes, Sean Kang is replacing the smart device pitch tracky thing. I haven't come up with the right name. Yeah, it would fix itself if it was that smart, right? Nobody would need to come get it to be fixed.
Mildly smart.
It's a... Now Seals will stand in. First pitch, Seals showed bunt just to see what he'd get, and he got an inside pitch for ball 1. Seals has gone from 279 at the start of the day to 310 right now. 1-0 pitch, just missed. OPS at 912 as he digs in here to start this 7th inning. The 2-0 pitch. And a high delivery, held his swing.
He had the costly error that gave up a couple of runs in center field, but he's done more than enough to make up for it at the plate.
Yep.
4 RBIs on the day will get the job done.
3-0, and he walked on 4 consecutive pitches. He's on base for the 4th time tonight. So the leadoff man aboard, and here is Garrett Goldbeck.
That's what starting 3 for 3 on the day will do for you. Scared to pitch to you? 4-pitch walk.
Goldbeck gets some instruction from the dugout before he stands in. Junior out of KCK. He shows bunt, pulls it back. He has doubled tonight. He's 1 out of 3 rather. Ethan Willoughby, the Cougar third baseman, is in on the edge, farther than the edge. He is in at third. The 1-0 pitch, bunted in the air, all the way onto and then off of the clubhouse behind the Cougar dugout. It skipped right off the roof. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike.
A sneaky bunt here, push it over Willoughby at third, all the way into left field. Don't really see that. That'd be fun.
You could get extra bases out of that.
Exactly.
Wouldn't even have to be a sneaky bunt, just where you show it and then you pull it back and kind of slap it over third.
Softball style.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kuhn deals. The runner goes. The pitch is swung on. The throw to second is not in time. So it looked to me like the tag was there, but I don't know that Bloomer got him. It looked like he swiped that tag at the right time, and now Sean Lyons, once again, I think is probably asking for interference at the plate. That's what I believe, because he's out of the SIUE dugout. The 3 umpires are going to chat about it and maybe even go look at it. They're going to go look at this. That's the only thing I can guess, is that he had asked for interference by the batter at the plate. So they're checking with the replay. And I don't even know if this is a challenge as much as it is Sean Lyons asked. The umpires then initiate it. And hopefully we'll get all of that explained. But the umpire has to be loud enough to let us know. Sometimes we get a good explanation, other times we do not. So that's the look at where they're at. Just outside of the third base dugout is where the replay is done. And there are 6 fixed cameras here in the ballpark that are recording. We're going to get an explanation. And all they tell us is the runner at second is safe. Fair enough.
I was making sure, Joe, I don't think interference is reviewable either. So you can ask the umpires to get together, see if you can get that changed. But I do believe Sean Lyons was straight challenging the play at second.
Oh, just saying that the tag was there.
Yes,
okay.
I think so.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I thought in my head. I'm making sure from some reading. I do not believe interference on the batter is reviewable.
Here's a high shot in the air into center, caught in center. Great throw in from Daniel Gear, and Pierre Seals stayed put at second base.
Left fielder, number 2, Brock Daniels.
Brock Daniels is 0 for 3. He has flied out. He has struck out, and he's also lined out to second base. That was a nice lunging play that Mac Mitchell made at the start of the 5th inning. One-0 pitch on the ground behind first. That's a fair ball. Nedved will run it back to the bag. Pierre Seals goes to third on the play. Well, that was really hard to see from here. But the home plate umpire, Benjamin Williams, immediately called it a fair ball. And it brings in Chris Patterson with a runner at third and 2 outs here in the 7th. We had a lot of scoring early, but things have settled here over the last few innings. Mizzou trying to break through here in the 7th inning with another run. Got a 3-run advantage. First pitch is inside to Patterson, who has a 2-run double to his credit tonight. Did that in the 3rd inning. Brady Kuhn comes with a 1-0 pitch. Line to second, another nice play. Mac Mitchell has had a nice day at second base, and he makes a second lunging, half-diving play over there to take away a hit, and in this case, a run. A runner left for the Tigers here in the 7th. It is stretch time in Edwardsville. Missouri leads SIUE 8-5.
Sister's birthday. She's an adult.
Gotcha. Follow me.
Did I need to flex this hard on my sister's birthday? 100%.
Looking good, little brother.
I know.
Did you know our Jersey Mike's order came with a $25 Fanatics promo code? Insane deal. Awesome. Can we please turn it off while we're eating? Simon feels very attacked right now. Oh, he feels attacked.
My Mike's members score Fanatics gear, like Simon, just by spending $25 in the app.
The fine folks at Fireball Whiskey present your guide to taking the perfect shot.
Did somebody say shot?
First, you need to dress for success and make sure you bring the right equipment. Whoa, slow down, Slugger. Let's get warmed up first.
Warmed up?
Aw, shucks, just grip it and rip it. Keep your eyes peeled for the sand traps, the water hazards.
And the beverage cart.
Ignite the fairways.
With Fireball.
Jiminy Cricket, you don't even have a club in your hand.
You found a place of complete focus. You ordered your thoughts and mastered your mind. And all the while, you were on the train home. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
Bottom of the 7th inning in Edwardsville. Joe Pott, J.J. Sweat with you. Our entire ESPN Plus crew. Lauren Krupika producing. Dan, Aiden, Cam, Josh. Who did I miss today? Did I miss someone? Colin's here as well. I missed Colin. Just trying to thank the crew. Chase Bloomer takes a strike inside.
Yeah, you got them all now.
Colin's the one I forgot. He's directing us right now. And all of these talented folks have been kind of rotating in different camera shots, producing graphics, all of the different things, sights and sounds you see from tonight, all SIUE students under the direction of Lauren Krupika. And they've done a heck of a job for you tonight. 1-1 pitch. Big chopper to short. Knutson has it. Couple of pumps. And a low throw that's not picked again. Now that's going to be a throwing error on Knutson. Plenty of time there.
Yeah.
First baseman, number 2, Ryan Nedved.
This one you just short arm.
And he pumped a couple of times before he threw it. Nedved will be the hitter. In fact, it was Bloomer back in the 2nd inning. The same sort of thing happened, a low throw.
Nicoletto over at first almost had that pick.
Ryan Nedved has been on 3 times tonight for SIUE. Hits in each of his last 2 at-bats. He has also reached on an error on that drop fly ball in the 1st inning. Here he takes strike 1. He's pushed his average up 10 points. He was at 269 starting tonight, 279 as he hits here in the bottom of the 7th inning in a 3-run game. And he takes a low delivery. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bloomer at first. Short lead, Nicoletto holds. The 1-1. Nedved backs out from an inside pitch. He's ahead in the count at 2 balls and a strike. Michael Seamer's on deck. Two-one. Swing and a miss. Good movement on that pitch, down and in.
It's a really tough matchup for Nedved too, because Drew's really come sidearm too, kind of. He's coming from way out there.
That throw back to first. 2-2. Nedved just threw his bat at it. Drew is especially tough because it's the arm side of when you're a right-handed hitter. Yeah. Runner goes, pitch is swung on and missed. Throw is into center field. A stolen base for Bloomer. He's headed for third. That throw gets away, so he's in there at third. So it's a stolen base for Bloomer, his third of the year. The error on the catcher, Hernandez, has him at third base.
They might have had him at third, too.
It was really close. The throw-in from Seals was right on the money. It just got there right at the same time as the runner sliding in and wasn't handled cleanly. So runner at third, nobody out, or one out rather. That was a strikeout of Nedved. And the first pitch is swung on and missed by Seamer. That's the first strikeout for Drew. Followed 5 strikeouts from the starter, Libert. And Seamer's in the hole, 0-2.
71 at the bottom, followed by 72 at the top.
Oh-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Caden Drew. 2 away, and that brings in Willoughby.
Low and away, up in the zone, back to low and away, all in the 70s.
For Willoughby, number 24,
Lane Crowden's going to pinch hit for Ethan Willoughby. As he stands in, we imagine he'll probably just stay in from what we know from this weekend. First at bat tonight for Crowden. First pitch, fouled away. Third base side. Patterson chasing, and it's right in front of the Cougar dugout. I mean, that came down inside the fence line there, so he wasn't going to have a chance at it. Crowden for the year hitting .315. He is 23 out of 73 as he appears in his 25th game. He has a team best 9 doubles. He stands in here. He has been the everyday left fielder, and then on Monday we saw him in at third base. I asked him tonight, actually, if he had played a lot of third base, because we looked, he had played a lot of second base last year for Southern Indiana. He said he was playing more third base in 2023, and that's the year he had suffered a broken collarbone. So he missed some time in that year. He also told me, by the way, that he is so happy coming here to SIUE. And I don't think that was meant that he was unhappy at Southern Indiana. He's a grad transfer. So, but he said the portal, boy, he said, just kind of talking, said that's a crazy spot to be, but he is really happy to be here at SIUE. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
It's a big-time decision, right? How do you want to end your career? Where do you want to end it?
He is not far from home. Home is Jackson, Missouri. That's down near SEMO, as a matter of fact. Two. Hard ground ball hit to short. Knutson can't handle it. It rolls up his glove, and in to score is Bloomer. Second error in the inning for the shortstop, Knutson. That makes it an 8-6 game here in the 7th inning.
Pitching for the Cougars, number 20, Joshua Hyder.
So now the Cougars are breaking out the big guns, JJ.
You're not kidding. That's the third error on Knutson. He came into this game with only 2 on the season.
Joshua Hyder's going to pinch hit now. He could tie this game up with a swing of the bat. First pitch to him is low and away. Hyder for the year is hitting .308. 5 homers, 15 RBIs. He missed the early part of the year, but he's making his 17th appearance now, and he's the everyday DH on the weekends. And he takes inside. We were talking about, once you get 3 times through the lineup, maybe you start seeing some shuffling, and SIUE has done that now. Crowden is on at first. He's also a good base runner. 2-0 pitch, hard hit through the left side. It's a base hit for Hyder. Crowden will stop at second base. Sam Chapman will be relieved for a pinch hitter. Here's Gage Frank to pinch hit.
Pinch hitting for the Cougars, number 12, Gage Frank.
Joe, interesting on Knutson, too. Started the year not playing much, then was third base a lot, then was second base a lot. Last 2 games against Arkansas played short. Only his 3rd appearance at shortstop. Or at least his 3rd start at shortstop.
So Caden Drew nearly pitched around a leadoff error, then the 2-out error, then Hyder with the pinch hit base hit. Now Gage Frank pinch hits. They back pick to second base. This one gets away. Lane Crowden's going to head to third. That's going to be an error on the catcher, Jadier Hernandez. His 2nd error in this inning. So you've got 2 errors on the shortstop, 2 errors on the catcher in this inning alone. That's 6 errors for Missouri tonight.
We noted it over the weekend. Crowden a menace on the base paths, causing some more havoc there.
When you're the leader,
he himself has stolen 10 and 12 opportunities.
It never even happened. Fire it up, Randy.
The 1-0 pitch is lifted into left field. Daniels backing up. He'll make the catch, running onto the warning track and left, and that will end the 7th inning. The Cougars score a run, and as we go to the 8th inning, it's now 8-6 Missouri.
Vamos, pelotón, todo se supera.
Mantén forma, mantén la técnica. Listo, comienza.
Vamos, vamos, vamos. Somos fuertes, somos capaces. Respira, bien hecho. Adelante, baby.
What do you got there, Larry?
Time machine?
You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something?
Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm going to go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket.
Can I come?
Only room for 1.
How am I getting home?
Sitting on my lap like last time, Ronald.
Fine, but I'm bringing this.
All right.
Or you could try one of these savings options.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See? Told you it's going to all work out. Thanks, future me.
I'll show you the ropes. Kids, show you the ropes.
Boom, baby.
Get it.
There it is.
All the parts you need at prices you love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love.
Brady Coon's going to return to the mound for SIUE as we start the 8th inning here in Edwardsville. SIUE a run closer, bringing an unearned run in the bottom of the 7th inning. And now Coon will face Jadier Hernandez, Peyton Bosler, and Keegan Knutson. Those are the scheduled hitters here in the 8th inning, the 8, 9, and 1 spots. For Mizzou, 4 errors in that inning for the Tigers. SIUE scores a run on a hit and 4 errors, and they leave 2. Hernandez has singled and scored. He's grounded out twice, and he takes outside for ball 1. Kuhn winds, deals, and that's outside, and the count goes to 2-0. Brady Kuhn worked around a leadoff walk in the 7th inning and then retired the side in order after that leadoff walk and a stolen base. The 2-0 pitch. Hard hit, right center field. Seamer on the run. He'll snag it. Defensive changes. Gage Frank stays in the game in left field. Lane Crowden stays in the game at third base, which is what we expected. Peyton Bosler will be the hitter. He has doubled. He has flied out. He's walked. First pitch is down low. Kuhn into his wind on the 1-0 pitch is just on the outside. And actually looks like it was just off the plate, but called for strike one. Evens the count at 1-1 on Bosler. Number 9 man in the Missouri order. Brady Kuhn's 1-1 delivery. That's down and in, 2-1. It's been a good outing for Brady Kuhn as well here tonight. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's fouled out of play. Two balls, two strikes on Peyton Bosler here in the 8th. Kuhn winds and deals, and another foul out of play. Right-hander peers in over the glove. Another 2-2. Oh. Didn't get the call. Right on the inside, he didn't get the call. So he's got to come back, 3-2. Here it is. Swing and a foul. Bosler just got a piece. Right on the end of the bat. Catch the catcher too, maybe. Might have gotten Kang, I think he did. Kang's got his glove off and he's shaking his glove hand. So that foul tip caught Sean Kang, and home plate umpire Benjamin Williams nice enough to walk that ball out to the mound and take as much time as he can. Just letting Sean Kang get the feeling back in the glove hand. 3-2 on Peyton Bosler. And a swing and a miss. He got him to chase outside. 89 off the plate. First strikeout for Kuhn. Keegan Knutson will stand in. He has doubled tonight. He's reached on an error. He's grounded out. And he has struck out. And he hits with the bases empty and 2 down here in the 8th. Tigers with the 2-run lead. First pitch outside. Wind blowing straight across from right to left now. 1-0 pitch up and in. Fastball pretty high. Started the night with virtually no wind. It is kicked up a bit. Temperatures obviously dropped. 2-0 pitch is a strike on the inside. Looks like Knutson was kind of confirming where the pitch was, but it was pretty clearly a strike. 2-1. Swung on, sent in the air into center field, backing up his gear, and he'll come get it in right center. And the Tigers go in order here in the 8th inning. We're going to the bottom half. SIUE trailing Mizzou 8-6.
What do you got there, Larry? Time machine? You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something?
Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm going to go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket.
Can I come?
Only room for one.
How am I getting home?
Sitting on my lap like last time, Ronald.
Fine, but I'm bringing this.
All right.
Or you could try one of these savings options.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See? Told you it was going to all work out. Thanks, future me.
Transforming your land with a John Deere compact tractor is as easy as connect, latch, spread, roll, click, mow, and hook, lock, grade. Because when you've got quick connect solutions for every implement, there's only one thing you have to do to get the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Visit an authorized John Deere dealer to learn more.
I was gonna put this guy to sleep, but then I got high. Ooh, I just wanted to walk the dog, but then I got high. I was gonna go to the club, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, because I got high, baby. Because I got high, yeah. Because I got high. Because I got high, baby. Because I got high, yeah. Because I got high.
There's your game track as we welcome you back in here to Edwardsville, Illinois. The game track is presented by Sunbelt Bakery. Visit your retail store to pick up your favorite chewy granola bars from Sunbelt Bakery. 8-6, Mizzou on top. Libert, 5 innings and a good start for him. Bailey, an inning and a third of scoreless relief for the Cougars.
It's been an air-filled game, and Seals with the home run back in the first.
This is Sean Kang leading off. Caden Drew back to the mound. We do have some defensive changes. We'll go over those here in just a second. This one fouled away. So the new first baseman in the game is Mateo Cerna. Caden Nicoletta moves out to right field. Tyler Macon moves over to left field. Those are your changes. So Cerna will then be batting in the spot that Brock Daniels was in. So Cerna's batting for Daniels.
He'll be due up fourth in the top of the ninth.
Three-two pitch, pushed through the right side. It's a base hit for Kang. Second hit of the day for the Cougar catcher, and it's his third time on base.
Next up, center fielder, number 33, Daniel Gear.
It's an important leadoff hit. Speedy Gear behind him, and then flip it over to the top of the order.
Gear's 0 for 3 tonight. He has flied out twice. He has grounded out. He's the tying run here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He shows bunt and he stabbed at it. It was a slow breaking ball. And it was almost like he was so committed to bunting that he just went after it.
And if you're leaning over the plate, as Gear was right there, that outside pitch appears closer. You think you can get the bat to it, and then all of a sudden you can't.
There's the 0-1. He is swinging, and he fouls it away off to the right. Sean Kang over at first. Cerna playing near him, not really holding him on. 0-2 pitch to Gear is down low, and the count is 1-2. I don't know if you consider Cerna holding him on or not. We mentioned how Nicoletto would hold a runner on way off, or off of first, but
yeah, it's a little bit
Cerna's
similar.
Even farther off of first, though.
He's a full step.
The 1-2 to Gear. That's outside. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Number 9 man on the Cougar order, seeking his first hit tonight. The 2-2 from Drew. Laced foul. Well back out of play.
73 on the inside half. Really have to keep your weight back on that one.
Left-hander Drew works from the far third base side of the rubber. Here's the 2-2. Gear fouled it away again.
Good execution from Drew right there. Gear early on the 2-2 pitch, hooked it down the line, went even lower, even more inside the next time.
Two again. Gear hits it on a hop to second. The flip to second. The turn from Knutson is not in time. And Mateo Cerna giving the signal that he might want to challenge, or that the dugout might want to challenge that call at first base. Looks like that's what they're going to do, is challenge that call at first base. We've seen SIUE challenge a call. They were unsuccessful. So Mizzou will challenge this one at first base.
I mentioned earlier in the game it's important for Gear to get the ball on the ground even with a runner on first and 2 strikes, because he can probably beat out a double play and then you have a fast runner on the base paths. But that time it was pretty hard hit and it was right at the second baseman Bosler. So a rare occasion you can get Gear doubled up.
Well, it's a real quick review, and they do not overturn it. It stays a 4-6 fielder's choice.
And it shows how difficult it is to double them up. I mean, that was about as ideal of a chance you can get.
I would agree. I think you're exactly right. It was one hop, and it was clean all the way. Bosler to second, a quick turn from Knutson, and they still don't get Daniel Gear. And look, I think it's probably worth a challenge at this point. You haven't used a challenge.
Sure.
You're in the bottom of the 8th inning here. SIUE trying to scratch across a few. First pitch misses to Mac Mitchell. Mitchell singled, doubled, lined out, and grounded out tonight. 1 out, 1 on.
And Gear holds so much weight at first because if you get that run in, any solo home run in the 9th makes pitchers stress out a little more.
1-0 pitch is a strike. Gear second in the OVC in stolen bases with 15. He's 15 out of 19. And he's going to draw a throw.
Always tougher to steal on lefties. Drew with a pretty good move.
Drew's 1-1. Nope, he throws to first. Gear takes off, and he's into second base. The ball got away, and now he's going to try to get to third. The left fielder, Macon, can't come up with it in time, and Gear ends up at third base. That's also what's dangerous about Daniel Gear.
That's wrecking havoc for sure. It's the second time this game where Missouri has picked off towards first, and the runner has just taken off for SIUE and made it to second in time. That time Gear gets to third. A pretty good decision by Macon just to slide and trap it in left field, not try to make a hero play and get Gear all the way around the merry-go-round home.
Stolen base, E3 is how that one goes. That's the 7th error in the game by Missouri. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, left side will bring in a run. Knutson can't handle it cleanly. Gear scores. It is 8-7.
Next up, the shortstop, number 1, Chase Bloomer.
So the tying run on base here in the 8th inning. Chase Bloomer hits now. He has twice reached on an error. And a little slow roller hit up the third base line. It's going to go foul. It is an RBI for Mitchell because Gear was going to score. Regardless if that play was made or not, Knutsen's play was going to be to first. But it's the second error in the inning, and it is the 8th error of the game for the Missouri Tigers. Nothing in one on Bloomer. Drew deals, and it's in for a strike. Eight-7 here in the 8th inning. The 0-2. Hopping ball out to third. Patterson gloves, throws in time. That was a close play at first base. Mitchell gets to second on the play. Bloomer is retired as Patterson gets him at first base, and it brings in Ryan Nedved. It will bring in Ryan Nedved. The umpires are going to talk about it. Is there still a challenge to be had? There is. So the Cougars now will challenge this play at first base. Second challenge in the inning. Second challenge by SIUE tonight after they lost their first challenge, and it is out. So they have been unsuccessful in 2 challenges. Mizzou has been unsuccessful in a challenge.
Those were the quickest 2 challenges
they were.
I've ever seen.
They were. They really were.
The second guy didn't even second umpire didn't even
get a chance. He didn't get to look. Here's Nedved with a runner at second. Nedved tonight is 2 out of 4. He's been on base 3 times, once on an error, twice by hit. First pitch down low. Tying run in scoring position for SIUE. Bottom 8, 2 outs. Caden Drew checks at second, the 1-0. And it hits him.
Whoa, something went flying,
yeah.
too.
It hit Ryan Nedved, and I don't know if it was part of his padding, his protection. It's still laying back behind home plate. I don't know what that is, but one of the other Cougar players is out to pick it up, clean it up, and Nedved goes to first after being hit by a pitch.
Pinch hitting for the Cougars, number 3, Kyle Ratliff.
So Kyle Ratliff will pinch hit here in the 8th inning. Ratliff, of course, the everyday right fielder for SIUE. And he hits here with 2 on base and 2 outs in the 8th inning. Ratliff for the year, making his 31st appearance. His first 30 were starts. 211. He is 20 out of 95, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. Ratliff, the senior out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. To face the left-hander Drew.
There's a lot of motion in the Tigers bullpen, but nobody actually on a mound throwing yet.
2 on, 2 outs. The pitch. Ratliff takes strike 1. Ratliff waiting for an 0-1 with the tying run at second. Another run possible at first, and he takes another strike. He's in the hole 0-2. Fourth pinch hitter used tonight by the Cougars. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Mac Mitchell around third. That ties the game. It's 8-8 here in the 8th. And Ratliff off the bench comes through with an RBI base hit. Now the go-ahead run. in scoring position for SIUE. Lane Crowden will make his second at-bat tonight. First pitch in low to Crowden. He pinch hit in the 7th inning, reached on an error, ended up at third and was stranded there. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Even count.
You've said reached on an error a couple of times tonight.
I have. 10 errors combined in this game, 8 of them committed by Mizzou. Drew's 1-1. Hit in the air, foul side of first. Cerna is over, and he's got it. He made the play in foul territory to retire the side here in the 8th inning, but not before SIUE ties it here in the bottom of the 8th. And as we go to the 9th, it is 8-8.
Does a rising tide really lift all boats? Well, rising tides can do a lot of things. So when the waves around the world start to ripple out, pay attention. Don't just assume you'll know what the waters will bring. The same tide that can unjam a 224,000-ton megaship that's jackknifed in the Suez Canal can also cause smaller crafts to run aground. Gotta watch those waters.
Did you know that one large tree makes a day's supply of oxygen for 4 people? Trees make us happy.
Did you know trees are disappearing because of storms and disease?
That's why Subaru and its retailers are giving away 100,000 new trees. Wow, so many trees.
People take them home, plant them in the yard,
and the future gets better.
Kids help to make this ad because that's really who all this is for.
Subaru, more than a car company.
Transforming your land with a John Deere Compact tractor is as easy as connect, latch, spread, roll, click, mow, and hook, lock, grade. Because when you've got quick connect solutions for every implement, there's only one thing you have to do to get the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Visit an authorized John Deere dealer to learn more.
Kyle Rossi is the 5th pitcher used tonight. Make it the 6th pitcher used tonight by the SIUE Cougars. Now in a tie game, it's 8-8 starting the 9th. Rossi's 8th appearance of the year. No record of .794 ERA. 5 2/3 innings for the right-handers. 7 walks, 6 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting .261 against the 6'2", 215-pound redshirt sophomore from Glen Ellen, Illinois.
4 of the Tigers' 8 runs have been unearned. 7 of SIUE's 8 runs have been unearned.
Two scoreless innings from Brady Kuhn tonight. There are certainly a lot of positives to take from this if you are SIUE. Tyler Macon leads things off. Now the left fielder for the Tigers. First pitch inside. He had to twist out of the way.
That's a big-time pinch hit, AB, from Kyle Ratliff, too, in the bottom of the 8th. Not often tasked with pinch hitting, the everyday right fielder coming through at a big moment.
1-0 pitch. That's into the gap in left center field. Down for a hit. Over to cut it off is Gear. Big turn, but Macon will stay put with a leadoff base hit here in the 9th.
Next up, the right fielder, number 48, Hayden Nicoletto.
Nicoletto is the hitter now. He's gone from first to right. Nicoletto is 0 for 4. He's flied out 3 times, popped up once. Macon's at first, 6 steals this year, including 1 tonight. The bunt is fouled away from Nicoletto. Macon take a slow walk off of first as Nicoletto stands back in. Rossi comes with the 0-1 pitch. Nope, instead he throws to first. It's close. Alex Rodriguez is up in the bullpen. Joseph Martin is up in the bullpen. So the Cougars have some key relievers getting loose in this game. Rossi deals the 0-1, inside-out swing, fly it into deep left field. Frank going back onto the track, reaching up, it's gone. It's a 2-run home run for Caden Nicoletto, and just like that, the Tigers are back on top. It's 10-8. Fourth home run of the year for Caden Nicoletto. He took a pitch low, he golfed it out of the park and left.
It was quite literally a golfing-like swing, and he had to with a pitch below the zone, but still muscled it out all the way to left field, just over the wall, 336. I mean, it might have hit the top of the fence or just barely got over.
Enough to account for 2 runs here in the 9th. It's a big home run. And the first pitch into Seals is a strike called. Second home run hit tonight by Missouri. This man, Seals, hit one back in the first inning. In fact, it was his 2-run shot that got the scoring started. There's been a lot between 2-run home runs tonight. A lot has gone on between those 2-run home runs. Right now, it all adds up to a 10-8 Missouri lead here in the 9th inning. One. Half swing. He swung, says Ben Williams. 1-2. Nobody out here in the 9th. One, two. Chopper, right side, off the bag is Nedved. He feeds Rossi, covering the bag. Out number 1 here in the 9th.
Next up, the DH, number 10, Garrett Goldbeck.
Goldbeck will hit. He is 1 out of 4. Well, bottom 9 will have the DH hitter, Gage Frank, and Sean Kang as the scheduled hitters for SIUE. First pitch misses away to the left-handed hitting Goldbeck.
That order probably won't change. Hyder and Frank into the game as pinch hitters already. Kang 2 for 3 on the day.
Here's the 1-0. Breaking pitch. Missed. 2 balls, no strikes on the Tigers DH. Missouri trying to win its first road game. They're 3 defensive outs away from doing it. 2-0 pitch. Now 3-0 on Goldbeck. Mateo Cerna will hit in this game for the first time following Goldbeck. (3-0) outside. Goldbeck walks. And Cerna hits. He came in as a defensive replacement in the 8th inning, came in to play first, and now he hits for the first time tonight. 4th leading hitter on the team among the regulars at 244, 6 homers, 30 RBIs. And Ethan Westphal is going to come out and chat with Kyle Rossi before he faces Mateo Cerna.
Cerna is on a little bit of a cold streak, 0 for his last 12.
6-foot switch-hitting sophomore from Doral, Florida.
hitting .098 in his SEC conference games. So you know he'd like a little bit of a confidence boost heading down to Florida for the weekend.
For a home series for him, close to it, right? Runner goes. No, he didn't. He faked, and the pitch was down and in. And again, another pitch that was really close on the inside part of the zone. Nedved holds. Goldbeck. See if he's going. Well, instead he'll draw a throw. He took a break from first base, but then he put the brakes on. Cerna stands back in. 1 ball, no strikes on the Tigers' first baseman. 1-0. That's in for a strike.
And Joe, I mentioned Cerna bat .098 in conference. He's got 3 home runs in conference play, though, in those 12 games. He's played 11 of those. A big-time power bat for sure.
You know the Tigers would enjoy more insurance. SIUE came back with a run in the 7th inning, 2 in the 8th inning to tie the score before the Tigers took the lead back here in the 9th inning. Early in the game, the two sides traded runs over the first 2 or 3 half innings. Another throw to first. Kyle Rossi, pitcher number 6 for the Cougars tonight. A 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, lifted into left field. This one hit fairly well. Frank onto the warning track, and he's got this one near the fence for out number 2.
Took the outside pitch, went with it. 40-degree launch angle, though, underneath it a tad. Not enough to get it out when you send it out to the gap here.
Two outs for Chris Patterson. Another throw to first for Goldbeck. Patterson tonight has doubled to drive in 2. He has grounded out, struck out, and lined out. Runner fakes, the pitch is down and in, and it slips away from the catcher, Sean Kang. That's a pass ball on Sean Kang that allows Goldbeck to get to second base.
James Vaughn warming up in the Tigers bullpen. Might get the task of trying to get the save.
Rossi trying to get out of the top half of the inning.
Got to keep it a safe situation, right?
That one just missed, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Goldbeck with a short lead at second base. Rossi ready with a 2-0. Lined into center field, coming on his gear, and he can't get it. It's under him. It's going all the way to the wall. Goldbeck scores from second. Racing around second to third is Patterson. He takes a big turn, and he holds there. It's an RBI triple for Chris Patterson, and Mizzou has a 3-run lead here in the 9th inning.
Next up, catcher, number 4.
That was a do-or-die situation for Daniel Gear. He came racing in. He made the long dive and couldn't come up with it.
Gear has been terrific all season on making reads. It's the absolute toughest one for a center fielder, the sinking liner.
Yep.
He thought it might carry a little bit more than it did, just a little bit late to react. And I don't mind the effort at the end, though. You have to try to save that run.
First pitch is inside to Jadier Hernandez.
Because if he plays it on a hop anyway, that run's going to score regardless. Yes, you do hold Patterson to probably a single, but you're trying to prevent every run you can at this point.
1-0 pitch. That's a strike called, and for whatever reason, Sean Kang's having a hard time with Kyle Rossi's pitches. A couple of them have gotten away. 3 runs here in the 9th inning for the Tigers. One in the dirt, knocked down by Kang. 2-1. Three hits rather here in the inning, a walk in the inning. Kyle Rossi's 2-1 pitch. In high. Hernandez is the 7th hitter to bat in the inning. The 3-1. Fouled away. Count is full on the Tigers catcher. Hernandez stands back in. Rossi ready again from the stretch to deliver a payoff this time. Here it is. Fouled away. Got him in up on the hands. Hernandez fouled it back to the screen. Rossi's about to throw his 25th pitch in this inning. Too many. Another 3-2, and it's lined into right field. Coming in is Seamer. He'll make the catch. That ends the inning, but not before the Tigers score 3 times here in the 9th inning. And the Cougars coming up to bat. They need 3. We'll take a break. We're coming back. Bottom of the 9th coming right up.
In Kentucky, we're moving forward together. Our businesses are winning, and our families are thriving. Because Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, one where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. So come explore your new Kentucky home.
Ready for a local getaway that feels like a world of its own? Escape the ordinary and discover the charm of Southern Illinois. With local wineries, live concerts, farmers markets, and scenic trails to explore, there's an adventure tailored for every taste bud and passion. Our breathtaking lakes offer endless possibilities for adventure. Rent boats, jet skis, or kayaks, and explore our world. Visit Southern Illinois. Start your adventure today.
Josh Hyder leads things off, bottom 9 here in Edwardsville. Mizzou with a 3-run top of the inning, leads 11-8. Joe Pott, J.J. Sweat Josh Hyder's second at bat of the game. He singled as he came in as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning. He stays in as the DH, and he leads off here in the 9th. Caden Drew back to work, deals inside. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Hyder is 2 for 2. Coming in late in this game, but he's been on twice.
Next up, the left fielder, number 12, Gage Frank.
James Bond continues to warm in the Tigers bullpen, so you wonder at what point he gets called upon.
Well, Caden Drew now at the 60 pitch mark. Gage Frank takes a ball down low, and it's 1-0. Frank came on as a pinch hitter in the 7th and flied out. His second at bat of the day. And he swings through an off-speed pitch. Short lead at first for Hyder. 1-1 pitch is in for a strike. Long look in for Drew. He deals. Frank hits one in the air. Shallow right field. Nicoletto coming on. He'll make the catch from right. That's out number 1. And a pinch hitter coming up for the Cougars is John Stallcup. So Stallcup hits in place of Kang. So the regulars are getting some time in this game. It's come late, and I'll tell you one thing, I've seen my share of late inning clutch hits from John Stallcup over the years. We'll see what he has in him here tonight. Stallcup appearing in his 21st game this year. Started the other 20 behind the plate. 271 for the veteran catcher, a home run and 12 RBIs for Stallcup. One on, one out, 3-run deficit for the Cougars. Stallcup takes a fastball down and in for a strike. Maybe not even a fastball. Stallcup's 149th appearance in his Cougar career. 2 balls and a strike. Sean Kang, a nice night behind the plate. 2 hits and 3 at-bats and a walk. 2-1 pitch. Stallcup hits a little nubber off to the right. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Longtime catcher from Webster Groves. Drew deals. Stallcup strikes out, a swing and a miss. That's out number 2. SIUE down to its final strike tonight, or final out tonight.
Next up, center fielder, number 33, Daniel Gear.
3rd strikeout tonight for Caden Drew in his relief appearance. It has been a good one. A long one. After the starter, Will Libbert went 5. Daniel Gear is the hitter now. And Gear looks at a pitch low and away. He's been on base only once on a fielder's choice. He's grounded out. He's flied out twice. Hyder remains at first after the leadoff base hit here in the 9th inning. Drew deals. Gear swings and misses. Tigers trying to win their first road game and do it despite 8 errors in a game. The 1-1. Hit the other way, foul out of play. Now SIUE down to its final strike in this game. They led briefly at 5-2, or at 5-4, I should say. After scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the second, Mizzou scored 2 in the top of the third, and they haven't trailed since. SIUE tied it. And the 1-2 pitch is popped up foul. The catcher Hernandez with his mask off, tracks it and catches it. And Missouri wins it here this evening by a final score of 11-8 as they win a road game for the first time in 2025, beating the Cougars here in Edwardsville again by a final of 11-8. They out-hit the Cougars tonight 12-10, and they overcome 8 errors tonight the Tigers overcome to win this game here tonight. Wasn't always pretty, but the Tigers come away with a non-conference road win.
I was trying to see if I could find the most errors and still getting the win happening in college baseball this season. Wasn't able to find it, but definitely has a chance to be the most this season.
Kyle Rossi, loser in relief. Caden Drew is the winner, also in relief for the Tigers in a game that took 3 hours and 10 minutes tonight. Exactly 3:10 as the Cougars fall to the Tigers here by a score of 11-8. Cougars go on the road for the weekend. They'll be at Lindenwood, Florida. Also on the road, or I should say Mizzou on the road this weekend. They will be at Florida. My thanks to you for tuning in tonight. For our entire ESPN crew, for my partner, JJ Sweat, I'm Joe Potts saying so long from Simmons Baseball Complex in Edwardsville, Illinois, where the final score is Missouri 11, SIUE 8. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. So long for just a while.